All right. Good evening, everybody. I believe we are live now.
We are.
We are live, but nobody's here yet. Okay, nobody's here yet. So we'll give it a few minutes, see if people stop by.
Yeah,
Uh,
let me retweet it.
oh, yeah, please do tweet it. Please do. Please do. Tell them we're live now. Like, we're already live now. Um, yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. So for those of you who are new here, welcome to Straight Talk and Fedora Chic. Tonight is my guest, Nova Reii. Go check out her channel.
What up? What up? What up?
Yeah, go check out Nova Reii's channel. Those of you who are not new here, you're no strangers to Nova Reii. She's been on camera with me. Well, not really on camera, but on microphone.
Yeah.
Hey, Beckaroo. Hey,
Beckaroo, what's going on?
Yeah, what's happening? So yeah, so people are not a stranger to Nova Reii. Tonight, no, for those who are thinking, as you see by the title, no, we are not going to be discussing Hater Nation tonight.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, I haven't done a Hater Nation video in 2 months. Honestly, I haven't.
Wow.
Something changed, but
it's a bit draining after a while.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're not doing that tonight. We're going to be talking about somebody even more problematic, to say the least. I mean, a lot of it is laughable. I did a serious video about him, about McHenry Cruiser, and I will link that video in the pinned comment when we're done with the stream. So yeah. So we are a commentary channel, and we do reactions. Once in a blue moon, I'll throw in a story time. Nova, your recent live helped me. Oh my God, laugh so much. My bedroom.
That live was great. I have to say, I'm actually, and I'm going to download that beginning part. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it was amazing.
Help me! It's like we're hearing 10 Novas. 10 Novas, and then you see the thing, help me!
It was the best. I mean, it was the best, like, just mistake that I could have made. It was amazing because I was genuinely confused at what was going on. And so it was like, couldn't write itself.
One of these days, I should do a compilation, of YouTube's most epic moments. Right. And I don't mean epic necessarily like the most inspiring people, kind of more like a blooper thing,
Right.
And of course, we would include some of my bloopers too, because I got to laugh at myself, right?
Yeah, you have to. You have to. What's up, Beckaroo? I didn't even say what's up. What's going on, Beckaroo? Yeah. Actually, I do. I have to reach out to Belinda because I think I might give that to her for the weather report.
Ah, there you go. Isadora, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated.
Isadora, what's going on?
Yeah, thank you so much for your generous super chat. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So cool. So yeah, Isadora. Yeah, we've seen her over at Peanuts. We've seen her at your stream and various others. And Isadora, I think, has been here before as well. I think. Not sure. Not sure. But either way, Isadora is more than welcome. And again, I want to thank you for the generous super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Wow. Cool.
That's great. Thank you. That's awesome. I thought we got to add to the did you get the chair yet? Oh, you're still working on that. Okay.
No, still working on it.
Okay.
Still working on it. Still trying to find the money. And now this computer is on its last legs. I mean, like, I've been doing this for some time, but now it's like really on its last legs. The last time what happened was, for some reason, okay, Apple still stuck me with an update. This computer is 10 years old, so it's no longer under Apple support. And I don't know why it's still feeding me updates, but it did. And the last time it updated, it took a half an hour to reboot the computer.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that's a bad sign.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, yeah.
Very bad sign.
Might be time for a new one.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so just to say, if this stream does crap out, it's not because I'm rude. The computer's not cooperating with me. And once in a while, I apologize in advance if you see or hear some screen freezes. So it'll be a help me in another way. It'll be help me in another way.
That was so good. That was so good.
Oh, yeah, just a warning. Yeah. Also, if you wish to support the channel, yes, the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. Let's get that out of the way. And if you wish to support me, I do have Patreon where I upload about once a month extra content. Okay.
Awesome. Hit the Patreon, y'all.
Yeah. And for what? Oh, Isadora, thank you. She's out. Isadora's in the market, but she'll have to catch up on this later. Yeah, Isadora, the stream will be up as always, and you'll be able to catch it in replay. Okay. Give it a thumbs up on the way down the door if you haven't done so already.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for one-time donations, there is the PayPal. And also, I have a merch store. Yay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, have you
seen? You had a merch store?
You've seen my merch, haven't you?
I don't think I did. I might have.
If there's time later, we'll show it on the screen. We'll show it on the screen. And also, I have Discord. You have to be 18 and up to join. We're the Discord with the not bad reputation.
Yeah.
That's my new.
Wow, how did you pull that off?
Very strict, no drama rules. Very strict, no drama rules. Because on a serious note, we have a lot of people who are chronically ill, recovering addicts, and who have chronic mental health issues. So we have a vulnerable population. I mean, you don't have to suffer from any of those things. You don't have to be marginalized to join. There are rooms to suit every taste. But we also wanted it a safe place for people to go to when they have nowhere to turn. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what we did. And yeah, that's what we did. And so, yeah. Oh, Michelle, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
All right. So without further ado, are you ready to react to McHenry Cruiser's I Am the YouTube Creator of the Year?
This should be interesting. I mean, I'm excited. I'm always excited to see new people.
Careful what you wish for. Under the heading. Yeah, this was inspired kind of by Negz. Negz did a compilation cringe react to him earlier this week, and he was hilarious. Now I don't have the same sense of humor he does, but well, let's try to do this some justice.
Let's do it.
I am YouTube. Oh, and the intro is really, yeah. The intro is, yeah. Okay, so
I am the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh no.
I always wondered, did those birds fart?
Oh no. What is with the trophy? Do you know? Is there like a backstory?
It's a T-ball trophy. I don't know the backstory, but it's a T-ball trophy. It looks old, and I don't even know if it's his.
It's an odd thing just to have.
I think it's very woody where he lives. It's very woody. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get to it.
All right.
He lives somewhere somewhere in California.
Okay.
My God, my homies, compadres, and amigos. Look at this prestigious award that YouTube, this platform, has presented to me.
I don't know what that music is in the background.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long this was in flight. on the journey to my residence here, but I just unboxed this shizzle, and yeah, it says to the master of the English language, the artiste of the spoken word, you, sir, are a legend, an icon, the man who single-handedly put this platform on the map and launched it into the stratosphere. Who you are, Mr. Cruiser. Mr. Cruiser, man. You are a heroic figure for us all, a role model for all the children on this place.
Oh, no, you're not a hero to children, dude. No, we've already established that. You are anything but a hero to children.
Yeah, he's definitely, I mean, he's one of the people who should stay away. 100%.
Keep them away from children.
Right, altogether.
Altogether. I mean, for those of you who have been following me, I mean, recently or on Twitter or my last 2 videos, I've been covering an actual somebody, Eric Zink, who passed himself off as a mental health advocate who had turned out to be exploiting minors, among other things. But this dude here is right up there with the problematic, right up there. But his stuff is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, he seems very ridiculous in terms of just his overall aesthetic. And I think he looks like, yeah, he just seems like a ridiculous character. I like his jacket though. I don't know. Something about the sequins gets me every time.
Meg called it Liberace. Doesn't call it Liberace. It's like Liberace is calling from the grave. He wants
kind of like it.
He wants his funeral suit back, But no, and the scary thing is, I have glasses exactly like that. That's the scary. I have sunglasses exactly like that. But and so it's to the point where I don't think I'm going to be wearing them anymore.
He's ruined it for you.
He's ruined it for me. But look at this. Like, it's ridiculous. He's got this T-ball trophy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Buckaroo said, he doesn't look like he's taking himself seriously, though. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, no, he does take himself seriously.
He does take himself seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's scary.
No, he really does take himself seriously.
Oh.
He gives the tagline. His tagline, he says, I'm the bad boy. I am the schizophrenic rock star.
Yeah, whenever someone has to coin themselves something like that, they're usually the opposite of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, whenever someone has to tell people that I'm the bad boy, I'm this or I'm that, it's like usually you're the opposite of it. That's just sort of, the facade. But it's scary though that someone will want to create a facade off of a problematic, behavior. Well, no, it's not. The type of community we come from.
I know. It is a community that we come from. I told you, this would make Mikado Avocado look sane. I mean, and here's the thing, okay? He likes to fall back. Apparently, and people are divided on this, and this is quite important. If he is faking a mental illness, I think that does more harm in the cause of raising awareness for mental illness.
Yeah, absolutely. And the effort to destigmatize mental illness, people like this do so much more harm than any good.
Yeah, like either way, if it's real, if he really does have that diagnosis, he's not helping his or the cause of raising awareness of mental illness. And if it is fake, which is even more incendiary, okay, and there is talk that it's worse because apparently the diagnosis was handed down shortly after he was arrested for carjacking.
Oh, but he's a menace to society too, huh?
Yes, he is.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Let me turn to the chat because I can't see the chat when I'm playing a video here. Hey, Damn Danny. Good to see you.
Damn Danny, what up? What up? What up?
Yeah.
No, we just started, damn Danny. You good? You good?
Okay. Hi, Low Resi. Hi, Low Resi.
Low Resi, what's going on?
Yeah. Funny thing is, he's trying to rebrand himself as MGTOW. Yeah. I noticed that just a few minutes before we started the stream. That video is about 45 minutes long. No, excuse me. I don't smoke enough.
Oh.
Nova Reii and I, not the last time, she was on with me and my friend Steve for my birthday, but the first time Nova Reii collabed with me, we were talking about red pill dating coaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'll have that video linked in the pinned comment when we're done with this stream, if you want to catch us talking about it. So I thought maybe, I was going to do I was going to have a few videos of his to react, but maybe we'll do that one after this one.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So maybe we'll do that. Yeah, he is now the MGTOW low resi no says now the MGTOW community years ran him out by point of what? What?
Anything trying to now the MGTOW community years years back ran him out by point of gun. What? Now calling himself it again and is disenfranchising his female viewers.
Oh, it's all good. You didn't miss much. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to all of you.
So he's like a grifter.
Yeah.
Is that what he does?
Pardon me?
Is he like a grifter?
I think so, because you know what he also did? He had a GoFundMe, and it was not to raise money for medical expenses.
Mm-hmm.
It was not to raise money because he fell on hard luck and lost his job and became homeless. Mm-hmm. No, it was to meet his crush, Ms. Fucking Wonderful. For those of you who are new here, I did some videos covering Ms. Fucking Wonderful. So he was raising money to fly to Indiana to go have his dream date with Ms. Wonderful. You're speechless, Nova Reii. That scares me.
No. I'm sorry. I was looking at a comment that someone just put there. So number one, I want to say, yeah, that's scary. Because you know how I feel about people going to where other people live. I have issues with that, especially when you cross over from internet world to real life. With that being said, though, now I was looking at a comment. It says by Barry Hot.
There we go. It's I highlighted it. I just highlighted it. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah, excuse me, but why would you consider his diagnosis fake? How dare you? Are you two doctors? You may not like him, but it's not up to you two to surmise whether his diagnosis is real or not. I don't think the implication was that his diagnosis was fake. I think what was being, he's one of those number one, I don't know who he is. So liking or not liking is not really something that I even have an opinion on. I don't know who he is. I don't know anything about him. This is the first time watching him. What I'm saying is that if it is a facade, then it does more harm to the mental health community in terms of destigmatizing it. No one has said that his diagnosis was fake. So I just want to make that clarification.
Exactly. I'm going to take I'll take the hit on this one. Okay, I'll take the hit for this one. Yeah, Nova Reii has no idea who he is. She's reacting to him with fresh eyes. So I'm going to take full responsibility for this one. Plus, it's my channel, so I'll take full responsibility. The only reason a lot of us question it is because some of us don't believe in coincidence that it came on the heels of a carjacking charge. So was it his get out of jail free card? That's why. Hi, Becky. Hi, Marlene Dietrich. Hi, Ignatius Riley. Becky says it was fake. Ignatius Riley says they found a facade in their toilet today. Oh dear, that's not good. And damn, Danny says he's super sad and pathetic. Yeah, that's putting it mildly. Becca Rue, pipe down, Barry Hot. Why get so irate? Just ask them the question to discuss. Thank you, Becca Rue. Thank you.
Thank you. Good looking out, Becca Rue.
Thank you for looking out for our backs, Becca Rue. We appreciate it. We appreciate it greatly. So anyways, let's put this video back on. It's not a long video.
But to just revisit the whole idea of him going out to see Miss Fucking Wonderful. How did that end up? Did he ever go? Or did that never happen?
No. And he's not going either. He's not going either. He's not going to go. First of all, he ended up on a panel over at Chief Vodka's channel. Okay, he ended up on a panel with Chief Vodka, and there was like 7 other people, including Negz. I think Negz was on that panel as well, where they confronted him, and McHenry Cruiser ultimately threw Ms. Wonderful under the bus. Yeah, so couldn't have happened to nicer people. Couldn't have happened. But the point is, those who donate, this could be a lesson. Those who donate to a GoFundMe, I believe it goes against terms of service if you're not using the money for what it was intended. So just be careful. I think most of you watching know this by now, but if one of your favorite creators has a GoFundMe or whatever, always think carefully before making a donation. That's, always, I think that's a good advice for anybody, regarding any GoFundMe, not just, but any GoFundMe, just think about first, is this a cause? Can I get behind? Can I trust it? You know what I mean? I think
yeah. Because it happens a lot too. That's a huge, GoFundMe scams is, people love to tug at the emotion of the heartstrings of others, whether it be, for whatever reason. But GoFundMe scams are definitely a thing. So yeah, definitely make sure that what you're donating your money to is the cause that is.
Exactly. So I think this is sound advice for across the board. Yeah. So anyway. Absolutely. All right, let's continue. He's reading off his T-ball trophy.
Right.
This tiny blue marble.
Here's another thing. YouTube doesn't give out trophies. They give out that silver button plaque if you have 100,000 subscribers. All right. That's about the extent of what you're going to get from YouTube. If you ever hit the magic 100,000 subscribers, you're not going to get a T-ball trophy, that's for sure.
Right. Yeah, no trophy.
This flying blue rock. That's what it says all right here. You might
really?
Say, well, there's not enough room for it to say all that. It's in very fine, small print.
I'm sure.
See here.
All of that was written on that?
Are you jealous? Are you, man, the best looking man to ever grace this platform? Or grace your iPhone or Android or a fucking iPad, desktop, laptop, computer screen. Has been presented with a prestigious award. Yeah, that's right. I mean, my lord, Chief. Yeah, stock went up 90%.
It's coming.
Last couple of videos, I was on the phone with the CEO, Susan. She said, "Thank you, Mr. Cruiser man. Stock went up 90%. You, sir. Yeah,
I hope that music is not copyrighted.
Pootie Pie is just.
Yeah, I know, right?
In his panties because you're nipping at his coattails. You're nipping at it. That's what's.
Okay, I think most of us know who PewDiePie is. I think he's the largest YouTube channel on the platform with over 100 million subscribers.
Oh, wow.
And
that's how much PewDiePie has?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, wow.
And he's been on the platform for over, I think, since the beginning of the YouTube days, honestly. He started out as a gaming channel. I believe he's from Sweden. And so PewDiePie is I don't think there is a content creator that has touched PewDiePie, at least on his sub count.
Wow, I didn't know he had that many subs.
Oh yeah. But so this guy is saying that supposedly Susan Wojicki, the CEO of YouTube, called him on the phone, as you heard. Like she would call anybody. You know what I mean? It's
she's not. I mean, and I think it's just when it comes to some of these more sort of creators that seem to be ridiculous in one way or another, it's really just to get a rise out of people. It's just a way to say something that is going to agitate one group or another. And to some degree, there's a level of genius in it because it tends to do the job. But to the other degree, it's problematic.
It is problematic. I wouldn't consider any of this genius on his part. Honestly, I wouldn't. Acquainted was a stand-up comic in a past life. Let's take a look at the chat. Okay.
It's nothing worse than a failed stand-up comic, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah. Becky has said she's reported the GoFundMe. Ignatius Riley says MFW is too busy betting other swamp critters. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer Marie. Welcome. Good to see you. And Jennifer and Ignatius Riley says, I won't donate a donut. Jennifer Marie says he is such a loser. Becky, did the cops do anything? Becky says she can't give out that info. She says, but I'm out. Peace out, you all. Got another stream to go to. Okay, bye, Becky. Thanks for stopping by. Beckaroo. Delusion of grandeur or taking up the P. I cannot tell support. I cannot tell so far. No, neither can we. Neither can we.
Yeah. It's hard to discern, like, especially when you're just seeing him for the first time, or like, I don't know. I can't tell whether or not he's just completely off his rocker or whether or not he's actually really feeling it, like, and are they really different,
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he was really feeling this way, would it really be different from him just being completely deluded? Like, are they different? They might just be the same. Him being delusional and him being completely off of it,
Exactly. I don't know. Like, he trolls so hard. And people have asked this about people who troll. They've asked this of Nikocado Avocado. They've asked this of people like Trisha or even Amberlynn Reed to a degree. Do they believe in what they're trolling? Because you've heard this. Sometimes when you lie enough about the same thing,
you believe it.
You actually believe it.
I mean, the best liars to some degree believe what they're lying about.
Yeah, they believe it's their truth,
Exactly. So
something to take into account regarding this dude. It's something to think about.
I think also it's almost I don't know if I would say cyclical. That might be the best word. I don't know. But it's almost like,
hey, Stony Jenkins.
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, there was somebody new just joined the chat. Hey,
Hey, Stony Jenkins. It's almost like if he's off of each other. So, like, if you're, let's say, this, like, delusional, right? Or let's say you think you're the biggest YouTuber or whatever the case may be. You're popular. People want to talk about you, or people hate you, whatever the case is. And then you do things that incite that reaction from people. And then it happens. So it validates your own narrative. And then it goes back around to where you now can create more narratives. You could compound them, because now the actions that you take create results that validate the narrative that you had initially. So even if it started off as a delusion, it ends up being the reality to some degree. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. He doesn't make sense. So when we're trying to make sense of him, Michelle says a lot of people don't use for what it's intended, unfortunately. Yeah, Michelle is referring to GoFundMe and the terms of service. Like I mentioned, if you don't use it for what it was intended, yeah, it goes against terms of service.
Right.
Anyways, we're going to move right along.
All right.
Said to me, PewDiePie, he's scared.
PewDiePie scared?
He's like Michael J. Fox right now. He's like the ghost of Muhammad Ali with the Parkinson's.
Oh, no.
Okay. He's making fun of Parkinson's.
Can't be making fun of that, man.
Okay.
Terrible.
He's making fun of Parkinson's. And I always thought that should be off limits, just like bringing somebody's children or bringing somebody's real life into things. He's stigmatizing mental illness. Parkinson's is something you can't, like, it's not funny. A lot of people do get it. And it's not just old people, they're learned about Michael J. Fox. What, he was in his 30s when he got it?
He was young when he was diagnosed with it.
He was in his 30s, I think. He was quite young.
He was pretty young.
He's still alive today. I think he's been undergoing experimental treatments. I think that's why he's still around. But yeah, to you know, it's a debilitating disease. You know, it's a debilitating disease where you lose control of all your functions.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel like some of those diseases, like Parkinson's or even MS to some degree,
yeah,
people still can get away with sort of mocking it because there's like a physical manifestation in some people. And I've seen it be mocked, and people may have called it out, but you don't get sort of like the outrage that that you should get. I think any illness, anything that's an arbitrary sort of, like any quality about a person that, number one, they can't change, and number two, that let's say like a diagnosis or something of that nature should be off limits, to add to the fact that children and personal lives should be off
yeah,
limits. Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know what it's like. I mean, you know what I went through, you know, like like when DC Media Girl went after me for my early onset frontotemporal dementia. Okay, I'm still quite I'm still finding it. I don't know how to describe it.
What the
When
sort of
she went
reaction
after
to
me
it?
for that, when she went after me for that condition,
Right.
like it's upsetting. I go from upsetting to angry.
I mean, to me, my visceral reaction is to anything of that nature, is just disgust. Like,
Yeah,
really, like, because, and I've said this on my channel. So people that watch me are familiar with it, but I come from a place where I come from a place where we would joke on each other all the time, right? So you joked on the things that you can control, and sometimes it went towards your mama. You know what I mean? Like, we would say your mama when you didn't have anything else to say. But with that being said, though, I do feel like, look, you have nothing else to say that you're going to talk about someone's mental
I
illness
know.
or their medical diagnosis. Like, to me, it's just like, well, you're just not funny. You should just not say anything at all if that's what you're going to go to.
No.
Like, that's kind of how I look at it. Like, it's just disgusting, in my opinion.
So that's why, to me, I was kind of like, oh God, when he started in on the Parkinson's, it's like, no, like, it's more than upsetting. It's more than disturbing. It's downright gross. Hey, Sylvia, it's possible to get all that writing on the trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry about your loss, Fisherman. Oh, Fisherman, I'm sorry. Yeah, Fisherman just said he had an uncle. He had an uncle who passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And Fisherman also says, yeah, people make up shit for GoFundMe. I've heard people faking cancer for money on GoFundMe. That's pretty bad, people who
terrible.
The unfortunate reality, though, like I've noticed a lot of Americans, they do a GoFundMe to cover medical expenses.
I was just gonna mention that. Yeah, I think there's like a two sort of pronged. How would you say? Like, it's sad on both ends, because it's sad that people would create a GoFundMe for a fake diagnosis or what have you. But it's also sad that we're in a place, when I'm talking specifically America at this point, we're at a place where our medical is that bad or our healthcare is that bad that you have people that cannot afford to pay for their bills. Like, they can't afford treatments. So it opens up the space for people to fake it because it's so prevalent now. Now that's like the new life insurance policy. Oh, such and such passed away, let's start a GoFundMe for them. This person is sick, let's start a GoFundMe for them. And it just speaks to where we're at too economically, in my opinion, in America.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So that is, yeah. Hey, Green Gypsy Bird.
What's up, Green Gypsy Bird?
Sylvia Phillips says, I am a mom and work with kids. A role model for kids? No, he is not. No, he's not, Sylvia.
No, he's not.
No. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I watched him for 2 minutes and I can pretty much.
I think we can all agree on that. All right, let's continue.
I'm right there. Freaking number 2 for sure.
Number 2 under who? Who's number 1?
On this site.
Said number 2.
Lord,
who's number 1?
you might say to yourself, well, this looks like a baseball player. Clearly, he has a baseball bat in his firm, manly, masculine grasp.
Oh, God, here we go with the manly, masculine talk.
In my ball cap.
This is a common happening with him,
This
too.
is supposed to be me, an artist representation of me.
God, I hope this music is not
Sure,
copyright.
it's not for baseballs. It's for bats and for fucking doors and windshields. That's what that's for.
It is?
Yeah.
That's what the thing is for.
Because
it is?
I'm coming after all the top names on this site. I'm talking about Justine. I'm talking about, well, I was going to say Onision, but he's been canceled and doesn't get, very many views anymore. Yeah. I'm talking about
Onision
Mr.
is
Beast.
yes, true.
I'm talking about various others.
Mr. Beast? Really?
Names.
Mr. Beast is another YouTuber with a lot, like millions of subscribers as well.
Really?
We've been on the platform for a long time. This guy is comparing himself to the likes of, Mr. Beast and PewDiePie, and yeah.
How many subs does he have? Do you know?
Well, here's the thing: he has over 10,000 subs, but his videos themselves don't get the views. Like the view count on his videos is not exactly congruent to his sub count.
Okay, all right.
Like the difference is vast. Like on average, he'll get 1,000 views.
Right.
Me and my channel at 1,300 subscribers, many of my videos get more views than his do.
Wow, that's terrible. Like, yeah. So probably a lot of people just watch him because they subbed because they thought he was ridiculous, but then they're not really interested in what he produces.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I just simply don't recall. Schizophrenic and whatnot. So yeah. You ever see the movie Walking Tall? With the
No.
Rock? He carried that big 2x4. And
No.
that man, he was wielding that for justice.
No idea.
That's right.
Oh no.
This is the baseball bat of justice.
It is?
What this is.
The trophy? Oh, okay.
The baseball bat of justice. I thought that was being creator of the year trophy.
Yeah. he's just winging it. He's winging it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. He picks it up as he goes along.
Right, exactly.
Homes of the haters.
Homes of the haters.
I will decimate their iPhone, their freaking Android, their tablet, their desktop, and I will render their ability to besmirch the name.
Besmirch.
Me, the legend.
I really love that word, besmirch. For whatever reason, I love that word.
You won't like it because he uses it and bastardizes it very often.
Oh, okay. So,
short order, it's not going to be your favorite word anymore.
oh man.
No, I just ruined it for you. I'm a Friday night party pooper. I am a Friday night party pooper.
I'm like a word person, so if I hear a word I really like, I'm like, I like that word, but I hate when people do that.
No, it's one of his favorite words. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you who don't know, he refers to himself as a Negro.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
What?
he does. Yeah, he does. He refers to himself as a Negro. He claimed he wanted to make the word cool again and that everybody should be referred to as Negro. Somehow I don't think African Americans are going to find that amusing.
I mean, yeah, on so many different fronts, that's just not, here's my thing. A word like Negro, there's no reason to want to make it cool. Like it's used within a specific context. It was used at one point within a specific context historically, which wasn't always a very positive context. In fact, it was almost used as an alternative to the N-word.
Yeah.
So like, well, I'm not going to call you the N-word. I'm going to call you a Negro as a way to show you that I'm not racist, right? Enough to say the N-word. So there's that context, to contextualize it that way. But then to add to that is not a word that I don't think anyone should want to, make cool again.
Well, it's an outdated term, and it's been long outdated. It's like, dude, join the 20th century.
Yeah.
It's been outdated for a very long time.
Very long.
And it is considered a racist connotation.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he likes it or not, it is a racist connotation.
It is.
And I think it's more ridiculous and probably more insulting that he would call himself that or say everybody is one.
Yeah, I think anyone who tries to the word Negro to, and then to add to that the N word specifically, those are words that, although Black folks will use it within the within the sort of vernacular, uh urban vernacular, what have you, that's for them to make that decision. And I don't understand when people will say, oh, I want to take this word and like what he's make it cool. There's no making that cool, like it wasn't
yeah, exactly. I don't know. Hey Lauren, hey Brown Girl Life.
What's up, oh, Brown Girl Life, Lauren.
Lauren is here. The Green Gypsy Bird is here. Yeah. Hi Kim. Kimmers is here.
Kimmers, what's going on?
Hey Kimmers, good to see you. Fisherman says, I completely disagree with the word, to be honest. I don't think anybody of any race should say the N word. No, we don't think so either. Michelle.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No.
I mean, to be fair, that I grew up in New York. I am Puerto Rican. I am also Afro Puerto Rican, so to speak. That's what so we have a different culture in New York. So that word is part of like the urban vernacular. As I grew up and started to understand the historical context behind it, then that's when I was like, yeah, no, it's not a word to use. However, I still don't think that it's for anyone else to sort of make that determination about whether or not Black people can use it. It's like, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not going to allow anyone else to call me a spick, but when I'm joking around, I might use it as a joke, but that doesn't mean I want the next person to go, hey, what's up, spick? Yeah, no. And for anyone who doesn't know, spick is a negative connotation for Puerto Ricans, specifically in New York. So it's almost like the N word, but for Puerto Ricans. But so I think that I wouldn't agree that anyone should use it, but I'm still not going to tell Black people that they shouldn't use it, because I do understand sort of reclaiming that word.
Yeah, Belinda's in the house. Yeah, that is Nova. That is Nova indeed, Belinda.
Yes, it is. What's up, Belinda? The only true appropriate use of the term negro is when speaking Spanish and using it to describe the color black in the masculine. Absolutely right, Brown Girl Life. And even with Hispanic people, sometimes for anyone that doesn't really understand that, they'll think that that's our way of calling someone the N-word, and that's not what it is at all. It's really just saying negro. And then it's also a term of endearment with Hispanic people to call like someone who's a darker skin, or like mi negro, mi negra. It's like a term of endearment, but it doesn't mean the N-word. And so I think that's a good distinction to sort of make. I am free from work. Time to take a quick time.
Well, good that you're free from work, damn Danny. Good that you're free from work. Kimmers, yeah, Kim went through a lot with this McHenry Cruiser. She went through a lot. Yeah. So we're going to highlight her comment right now. She says, everything that comes out of this idiot's mouth is foul. He's a peon. He bullies women, which is true. I've seen it firsthand because he's a coward. He bullies women. And like, for instance, like Kim and I both follow Negz, who had been the target of this stalking. Mm-hmm. And Kim had got like she had been batted around by this idiot.
Really?
And according to Cruiser, any female follower like Kim or myself, any female follower, he always says we're old and we're rotund and we're lonely and we're pathetic.
What? Really?
Yeah, we are.
Oh man.
We're old, rotund, and pathetic.
Well, if he wants to be part of mixed out.
Picture of Kim, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, very gorgeous.
Okay. I'm rotund and I'm old.
Ah, stop it. Stop it.
But Kim is gorgeous,
Stop it. Yeah. I mean, but if he's part of the whole MGTOW, sort of, or wants to be part of the whole MGTOW community, that falls in line with their whole ideology. So it doesn't surprise me.
Uh-oh. How did you get redded out, Green Gypsy Bird? How did that happen?
What's that? What's that mean?
How did that happen, Green Gypsy Bird? I don't know. Oh, McHenry Cruiser is in the house. Nova, he's in the house.
Oh shit!
No, don't worry. Don't worry. Who's in the house?
Oh, that's him? Interesting.
McHenry Cruiser, bad boy. Do you see him?
Oh, okay. What's going on?
We'll keep him around for a little bit and then
Yeah, why not? Join the party.
Around for a bit. If he gets too insulting, I'm gonna ban him. Belinda, Belinda's wondering who we're talking about. She doesn't know who he is either. A very problematic man, Belinda, to say the least.
Fine gentleman.
A very problematic man. I cannot wait. It's going to be epic, I'm sure. What is Belinda was saying? Belinda, yeah. And yeah. So, Redding out.
Okay.
Okay, Green Gypsy Bird. Okay, I thought you meant you were blocked. Somehow you were blocked from the chat, Green Gypsy Bird. Because if it was, I apologize. It's not done deliberately, but she just means getting angry. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, it's a legitimate response.
Can you give me 2 seconds? I'll be right back.
Belinda, I know he's not part of Hater Nation, but maybe you might want to cover him in your newscast. You may want to cover him in your newscast, but you don't want him to do your weather report.
Right.
Okay, McHenry, you're done. Okay, no, you're insulting Kim's looks. You're done. No, you're done. How do I get? Yeah, you're done.
I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay.
Sure. Right. We'll wait for you. Okay, so I'll keep you all entertained. Yeah, you're done. I try to give a chance, but no, you're not coming after my audience that in that way. You're not going to come and insult their looks or whatever. You're not going to do that. No, that's not happening. Okay, so no, Kim, don't apologize. It's not your fault at all. He shouldn't be. These are one of the rules. I don't like people in my chat being insulted. I don't like them being insulted. That gets an automatic ban. So don't apologize, Kim. Don't apologize. Well, we're going to be. Oh, I know you were, Belinda. I know you were. Don't worry, Belinda. You're great. Don't worry about it. He doesn't bother you anymore. I'm glad to hear that, Kim. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. But Becca Rue, why was he even mentioning his car battery? I'm so confused with this feller. Calling him feller. Feller, but yeah, he is. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that Green Gypsy Bird. We're going to be reacting to partially. It's a long video, so we're not going to react to all of it. But he's now decided to join MGTOW, men going their own way. So we're going to see what he says about that, because those of you who were with me when Nova Reii was here for the first time, we covered red-pilled coaches.
I am back.
Red-pilled dating coaches. And that largely also encompasses MGTOW. So when I saw that video of his today that he uploaded or live streamed or whatever about going MGTOW, let's hear it. I don't think we'll react to all of it because it's too long, but I don't.
I'm back. Thank you.
There you go. I'll be in and out because I'm at work. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, Belinda.
Yeah, Belinda.
Yeah,
Belinda, I emailed you.
Yeah. Becca Rue, Belinda's hillbilly speak be rubbing off on me. Hey, why not? Why not? Feller. Yeah, the term feller. What is he even? Okay, so we're going to start with the MGTOW video.
Okay.
All right, ready? We're good to go?
Yep, we're good to go. I had some soup on the stove, and I had to make sure that.
Oh, no, you don't want to set a kitchen fire.
Exactly.
No, you don't want that.
Yo, what's up, amigos, homies, compadres? Yeah.
He farted?
That was a fart?
That's all good.
I'm asking, did he just fart? Oh.
So I'm just gonna wait until some
Liberace wants his jacket back.
Yeah.
MGTOW, what does that mean? That is a man going his own way. Yeah, done with women. I had it. I've had it with women and done.
Really?
Done with them. Don't eat them.
Really?
Don't eat nobody.
Spoken like a true MGTOW.
Socially.
What'd you say?
Just spoken like a true MGTOW.
Yep. Yep. Well, let's fast forward it a bit. All right, here we go. You should see him where he wears that jacket with snakeskin jeans.
Does he always wear the jacket?
No, but lately, yeah, he's been wearing it often. What are you doing?
Why am I mad? Because nobody's in here. Notifications have gone out. Nobody's here.
Nobody came to his party.
Check in and normally I'd have way more people by now. This
No, you don't.
Sucks.
No, you don't.
When? Because you're an asshole. When? Oh, shut up. Shut up, you troll. Say that at some point if I stay on long enough.
Come on, we want to hear more about your MGTOW adventure. All right, let's. He's just staring at his phone.
I guess.
Just to be clear, I haven't watched this video yet. I probably should have watched part of it before.
You always have boyfriends. Multiple boyfriends, or do you have one committed relationship going on right now, or what's the deal? What's up, Mama Linda? How's it going?
Okay. Okay. He's just basically, yeah. He's okay. Let's turn to the chat for a second. You have to get started with women to be done with them. Brown girl life, you learn fast.
Brown girl life, that's great. That's very true.
LMAO, brown girl life. I just played Lova's live when playing in my bedroom. Hilarious. I think Nova plans to clip it and send it to Belinda. Oh yeah, yeah. I should make some calming tea for this. Oh, car battery. I had offered to help him with his car battery. My husband got laid off and I couldn't help. Shit happens. I came into settlement money and he's mad that I donate to Negz. You know, it's nobody's business who you donate to, you know, Kim. Huh? It's nobody's business.
True.
You know, Kim, I mean, we all have our favorite creators and sometimes we have a little extra. We want it, you know, especially the smaller channels, you know, we got to support each other. You know, so it's like, yeah, it's your choice who you want to donate to, who you want to send, you know, who you want to send a super chat or whose Patreon you want to join or.
Absolutely.
It's choice. It's choice. And nobody should be infringing on that, you know. The sad part about that if MGTOWs actually went their own way and left women alone, there would be no issue. Instead, they continue to focus so much attention and vitriol on us. This is true, Lauren.
Very true. Very true. It's the exact opposite. I think the issue with MGTOW, even with Red Pill, people that sort of follow that ideology, is that they don't really want to not deal with women. They want to not be able to leverage. They want to not feel as though they have nothing to leverage. So at one point where men can leverage their income, they can leverage their spot in society as a way to sort of maintain control. They no longer have that leverage. And now because of that, they're throwing a tantrum. And these people in particular, not men in general. So the whole MGTOW movement or even Red Pill movement is funny because they don't really not want to deal with women. They just are mad because they have no way to control the situation. And that's scary.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they don't. You know, MGTOW. Yeah, it's, yeah. So he's like, oh, God. I don't know. It's like, you know, when you give it, like when I mentioned earlier, when you give bad advice like that to a young, impressionable child.
Right.
That's already should be a red flag.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That should be a red flag. Absolutely. Now, like I said, this child in question would be now in his late teens, because that video that surfaced was over 9-10 years old. And so that child that he had on with him would be now in his late teens, I think.
Wow.
And I hope he received better dating advice along the way.
Yeah, one would hope.
I really do. And, you know, I mean, like I said, he's into stalking, blackmailing.
Oh my Lord.
Blackmailing.
I'm sure he has, though, because
he makes threats when he doesn't get his own way. You know, I mean, like I said, he carjacked somebody. He carjacked somebody a while ago. And
that's old school. He carjacked somebody.
What?
That's old school. Like, how do you he carjacked someone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know people still carjack people.
Yeah.
That's an old school crime. Okay.
Yeah.
Was there? I mean, did he just do it just because, or was there?
I don't know what the reasoning behind it was. Here's the other thing. Apparently, this part is alleged. This part of it is alleged. It's important to note because I don't have. But apparently, allegedly, the woman he carjacked was pregnant.
Oh my God! It just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, it is. Like that piece is alleged. He really did do the carjacking. That is a public record.
Oh my Lord!
That is a public record. It's whether she was pregnant or not, you know.
Right.
You know, I think he too should be. I mean, I know there are people who think everybody should have a platform. I think we have to draw the line somewhere, you know. Like when we talk about, for instance, Eric Zink, and his is more serious, you know, like I can't even. His is so serious and so dark. Eric Zink is so dark and it's sinister.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done a few live streams about Eric Zink. They're on my channel page if anybody's interested.
Mm-hmm.
He passed himself as a mental health advocate, became a TikTok star with over 1.6 million followers, and many if not most of them, were minors, impressionable, vulnerable teenagers. And it turned out that he was having inappropriate conversations with them, to put it mildly.
I wish I could say that surprised me, but it doesn't. I think it coming from a place where, you know, when I was a teenager, I for sure had grown men willing to, you know, have full-blown quote-unquote relationships with me had I been open to it. So yeah, I wish I could say that surprised me, but it really doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. The band hammer. Ha ha ha. Yeah, someone help me. What is happening at Brown Girl Life? Yeah. All while proclaiming loudly that they don't need us. Okay, who would you hate then? Yeah, exactly, Lauren.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, wait, I am technically WG Tao. That's what Lauren says. Damn Danny says creepy. Hey Kyle, good to see you. You should check Green Gypsy Bird. You should check out You Look Like a Man on Instagram. It shows how horrible men can be towards women and gives women a space to share and get support.
Oh wow.
Okay, right on. I'm hardly on Instagram these days, especially after somebody cloned my account. And,
really?
Oh God. It was a mess to sort out. And I hardly do Instagram anymore. Finally, the clone account is gone, but I had to recruit some help from my followers to report the account because I reported it 3 times and Instagram did nothing.
Oh my God.
It was sending out DMs, okay, to my followers, DMs that were out of character for me.
Right.
And some of them, like, I was so embarrassed when I found out about some of them. So embarrassed. It's like, wait a minute. No, I would never say that. Even
People
if
have a lot of time on their hands.
I know. And your YouTube and Twitter. Yeah, that too, Michelle. That too. Yeah, I've had people. Kyle Brown, McHenry thinks he's PewDiePie. Yeah, we've already covered that, Kyle. We've covered that. We've covered that. Yeah, for those of you who are late or had to leave early, as a reminder, I keep these streams up. If you want to. Please give this video a thumbs up on the way out the door if you haven't done so already.
Give it a thumbs up, girl.
If you don't like it, well, you can give it a thumbs down, you know? So, yeah.
It works either way. McHenry is a great value version of dude from the movie.
Great value version of a dude from the movie Powder. Okay, I'm old and not cool. What's Powder? And I'm not talking about the white stuff.
Powder is the movie with the was it a disorder where he was like very pale, I think he had like I don't know if he had albino, like if he was albino, but he was like very, very pale. He couldn't go out as far as I remember. He couldn't go out in the sun, yeah. Am I right, damn Danny? Yo, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't seen Powder in years, probably over a decade.
Oh, yeah.
But damn Danny always coming through with the zingers.
Yeah, that she does. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We may not. If this is just him talking on his phone, we're not going to continue with it.
Oh, that's right. He had powers. Yeah. He had powers. Okay. So he's on his phone now?
Yeah, hang on.
This guy's a trip.
Come on, say something.
Works at the titty bar you dance at. Now, who dances at? I don't dance at the titty bar.
Okay, I don't think we're going to. This is disappointing.
Yeah. You might have to go to the middle of it or something.
I think it's just the rest of him talking on his phone. Honestly, I think, yeah. So here we go. Yeah, he's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's, yeah, here we go. What do we? Yeah, so yeah, he did a stream, Negz and his army of rotund menopausal grandmas. This is how he talks.
Yeah, try that one, Negz and his army, and then fast forward it.
It's a long one.
I would say just clip it. Well, not clip it, like send it to the middle or something.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, my compadres, my amigos? Nobody's here. It's all right. I'll just wait. Somebody's bound to come in here at some point.
Let's hope not.
Where's he recording off of?
I don't know. I don't know if that music is copyrighted.
It seems to be in almost all of his videos.
God, yeah.
Like maybe that's his way of preventing other people from using it.
I don't know. I don't know. Is there a method? Oh, here's one.
Use the shit. I mean, if you looking at,
I am a legend, an icon, and a gut chiseled by Buddha.
There we go.
All right. The intro.
Isn't that the one that we? Oh yeah, we were watching that one.
No, not that. He's wearing the same outfit.
No.
No. He always seems to be. That seems to be his uniform as of late. It's his uniform as of late.
I'm here for the jacket. Everything else got to go.
Yeah, and of course that is a wig that he's wearing. So.
Negative Nation, Mr. Negz, Negz.
Yep, all the way.
Yeah, I saw. Listen, for anybody not in the know here, he conducted a roast on his channel.
Give it a thumbs down.
The aforementioned name on this platform. A roast of this guy, the old schizophrenic rock star, the dapper gentleman.
See, this is the other thing I find that when he calls himself the schizophrenic rock star, I don't know. Let me know in the chat what you think. And Nova, you too.
Mm-hmm.
I find that in and of itself stigmatizing mental illness. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I think that it almost. I think the dangerous part about it is that it becomes part of a shtick, and that in and of itself can be, in my opinion, problematic, because then you're still almost how would you say, you're making like a, I don't know what you say, caricature, but you're sort of making fun of, being schizophrenic, because you are adding it to a shtick, and it's not, so you're not stigmatizing it, but then you're kind of adding to, in my opinion, the stigmatization of it already.
Yeah, I think so too. And like I said, the jury is still out whether he really does have this diagnosis, or was it just to get a get out of jail free card. Now that's for better minds than ours to sort out.
Yeah.
It's one thing to be able to laugh at yourself, and I encourage anybody. I mean, you have to know how to be, especially on this platform. One does have to be able to laugh at themselves, and even in real life. But I think there comes a time, there are limits.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are limits.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that also when you're sort of trying to poke fun at something as sort of like delicate as mental health, especially the way that we view it in society still,
Yeah,
to some degree, specifically with like schizophrenia, right? So we've almost come from, in society at least, where people accept bipolar, as okay, that doesn't mean that the person's life is over, or that they can't live a normal life if they're bipolar, right? So bipolar has been sort of destigmatized, anxiety destigmatized, depression to some degree destigmatized. Schizophrenia is still one of those mental illnesses that people are afraid of.
Not so much. Like, I actually have a friend who's married to a schizophrenic, like actually diagnosed schizophrenic, and has been for years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's nothing like this guy. And honestly,
I know. Yeah.
I think my friend's husband watching him doing that would actually be very would trigger an episode.
Oh yeah, and I think
trigger an episode in my friend's husband. The way I know this couple, I've known them for years. I've known them for many years, and I think it would be actually triggering to. And I was just thinking about that, actually, my friend's husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be triggering to him, and I don't mean triggering as in, I do understand the difference between triggering and offensive.
Right. No, but I agree with you. It's almost like when someone acts out, or they act very belligerent, and then they go, "Oh, don't mind me, I'm bipolar." So someone who actually is bipolar, right, who goes through manic episodes, who understands what that is, that can be, if not offensive, it can be extremely just tone deaf when speaking, about that sort of thing. So I agree with you. I think that someone who actually suffers with it will probably hear it spoken in the way that he speaks of it, and kind of not appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. So yeah. Hey, Nikki Diaz here.
Hey, Nikki.
Belinda. Looks like things are getting weird at the trailer park. Language. Michelle R says lovely language that he uses. Yeah, isn't it lovely? Isn't it? Green Gypsy Bird is digging the jacket. The problem is, I think he stole it from Liberace.
Yeah, I rock with the jacket. I like the jacket too, Green Gypsy Bird.
Becca Rue, Gypsy Bird Green. Sorry if sorry if I'm mixing up your name. Green Gypsy Bird. Is he schizophrenic? Like I said, the jury's out on that one, and that's for better minds than ours to discern. I'm just explaining why a lot of people don't believe that he is, because that diagnosis came on the heels of that carjacking.
Mm.
You know, some of us don't believe in coincidence. You know what I mean? And Becca Rue says, he doesn't strike me as schizophrenic. I'd have to see more. There's mental health stuff going on, definitely. But schizophrenic is not normally organized or self-aware in my experience. I think when they're when they have the proper medication that works for them, I think they can, if they have the proper medication that works for them. But I'm not sure what medication, if any, that he's on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure. He is organized, I suppose, in his own mad way, but he's not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think someone probably would, because I knew someone who was also paranoid schizophrenic, but when they were off their medication, they were definitely not organized or self-aware. It was just like scary, to be quite honest.
My friend's husband, for instance, he is on the proper medication. He is on a medication regimen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were to talk to him, other than his speech being very halted, because that's a side effect of some of his meds.
Mm.
So his speech is very halted, but otherwise he's quite coherent. You can sit down and have a conversation. You just have to be patient with the halted speech.
Mm.
But you can sit down and have a conversation with him.
Yeah, I mean, the person that I knew that had schizophrenia, he I could always tell when he was either not taking medication correctly, or like there was almost like something going on that you could kind of see when you were having a conversation with him. But when he was taking medication, he was able to carry on a conversation and just kind of, carry on the conversation. It wasn't alarming. But when he wasn't on it, it could be a bit alarming.
Yeah. Becca Rue, he is 200,000% not bipolar. My dad and brother had bipolar. They would be able to coordinate a video recording with intent. They wouldn't be able to coordinate a video recording with intent, let alone anything else he is doing. Damn Danny says Liberace had more taste. He probably stole the jacket from his mother's closet. Kyle says he himself is diagnosed with mild autism. Okay. Yeah, my ex is also on the autism spectrum. So you're in good company. Me Google's Liberace. Okay. A lot of millennials here. Okay, for those who don't know, Liberace was a Hungarian pianist. He was a concert pianist. And he was flamboyantly gay back in the days when it was still quite taboo.
Yeah.
It was taboo.
And he was very flamboyant. Yep.
Out of the closet. I think I don't know if he ever officially came out of the closet or not, so to speak, the way celebrities tend to do. I don't know if he did or not, but it was known. It was known. He passed away many years ago. But he always had these weird outfits, like all the sequins, like compete with Elvis's jumpsuits.
Yeah, he was a
jumpsuits. Yeah, he would. I mean, for a concert pianist, he was dressing more like Elvis than a concert pianist, but he was known for the flamboyant sequined outfits.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't watch him too much, but the few times that I knew of him, I knew of him, but I never really watched him. But yeah, he had a very flamboyant sort of way of presenting himself.
That he did.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren says, sadly, these sorts of views are way more prevalent than we realize. The red pill community, PUA, I don't know what PUA is. Do you know what PUA is?
Pickup artist.
Okay, thanks. Meg Pill, Black Pill. Black Pill, if I'm not mistaken, those are the men who claim they have given up on finding women because they don't feel they can have a relationship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, black pill is more red pills, but further. So they, in my opinion, or at least from what I know, black pill is almost like if MGTOW and red pill had a baby. So they kind of don't want to deal with women, but they still more have that red pill way of thinking as opposed to MGTOW way of thinking.
Yeah. It's funny, the term incels, that gets bandied about a lot lately.
Yeah, well,
trivia. I'm going to give you a piece of trivia about the term incel. Actually, that was co-opted by like so-called the men's, like those men's groups like MGTOW and that.
Mm-hmm.
That was hijacked, okay, by a bunch of it was hijacked. It was originally started in the 90s, like when the internet became more available to the average citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Long before social media, you had newsrooms, you had the chat rooms and chat forums, you had forums, discussion forums.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like IRC, like back in the days of dial-up, for God's sake.
Wow.
That's how far back in the 90s. So you had IRC, you had MSN chat, you had message boards, you had forums, discussion forums. And that was the idea of social media back in the day. And it was a girl who was a student who coined the term incel, actually. She started a discussion forum that was supposed to be a safe place for both men and women who found themselves, say, relationship challenged. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Supposed to be a safe place for them to talk. Like they were lonely people, disenfranchised people. Not violent people, not at all. Just people, you know, who are lonely, who felt down on their luck, and they needed a safe space to commiserate. And that's what it's intended as. And then it got hijacked by these misogynists. That even the girl who started it was simply known as Alana. Alana, like it got so co-opted and so hijacked that Alana herself walked away from the whole thing. She just walked away.
Wow.
She walked away. And that's how, yeah, exactly.
And yeah, it's because it's taking a really a scary turn in terms of even if I don't really venture off into that part of the internet too frequently, but the way that they speak about women and you know, it's a little jarring. Like you're like, what the hell? But I think it's important to understand that there are a group of young men specifically that don't know what their position in society is anymore.
No, exactly. So, you know, it's, yeah, I just thought I'd throw out that bit of trivia out there.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that bit of trivia out there. Becca Rue says, yes, when medicated, relatively stable, but someone with insight to their MH issues, would they really engage in the online behavior that is really harmful overall? That's a good point, Becca Rue. A very good point, actually.
It's true.
Yeah. And yeah, that's a very good point. That's my point. When episodes happen, signs are showing for more with emotion, daily life tasks, communication changes than what McHenry is displaying here, which is random but coherent in some aspects. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Millennials. Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult millennials, Michelle. I didn't. I was just pointing out that millennials may not know who Liberace is. That's all. You know, that's all. And that's all. I'm sorry if I insulted anybody. Yeah, incel was coined by a woman blogging about herself, I believe. Yeah, and that was Alana. She was a student at Carleton University. She felt, her reasoning behind starting it, she felt she couldn't get into a relationship because she was not attractive.
That's terrible.
Yeah, she felt it was because she was not attractive.
There's somebody for everybody.
I don't know about that, but
I firmly believe that. I think that no matter what you think you look like, in general, I think that there's always someone that's gonna find you, beautiful. And I think it's just a lot of it just has to do with proximity.
Yeah, but like I said, Alana had meant it to be a safe space for both men and women.
Yeah, and then it just transformed, which happens. A lot of movements have been co-opted and completely, changed into something that the originator can't even recognize. I mean, there was another movement too that was similar to that, where the body positive movement started off more as a movement for people with like disabilities, as far as I know.
Yeah,
got co-opted into the fat positive movement. So I think a lot of these movements tends to happen.
Exactly. Kyle. Okay, Kyle. Good night. Thank you for stopping by.
Good night, Kyle.
Well, thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Gypsy Bird says she's a millennial, not insulted. Oh, thank you. Lauren, no matter what's wrong with you, that's someone's thing.
Exactly.
Fisherman says, I agree, Becca Rue. Schizophrenia is a very different problem than what he is displaying. My grandma had schizophrenia. Okay. Yeah. Brown girl life. I don't think there is someone for everyone, but I also don't think that is a sad thing. Okay.
Yeah, I think that it doesn't have to be a sad thing. Yeah.
I think a lot do agree with brown girl life. I think a lot would agree with brown girl life.
I don't agree that there isn't someone for everyone. I do think that there's someone, but that's just my own sort of Disney sort of thinking. But but I do agree that on the way to find it, or just the journey, your solo journey as an individual, it shouldn't be sad if there isn't someone, if you're not attached to someone. So I do agree with that being alone or being single doesn't have to be a sad thing, nor does it have to be something that, where you're unfulfilled. But I personally do think that, I was raised by Disney, y'all. I'm sorry. I do think that there's someone for everybody.
Yeah. Cruiser, stay gone. If we want to have a actual mental health discussion, we really don't need you for that. Because I think you add to stigma more than anything else, honestly. I think you add stigma. Oh, Cruiser came back in. I banned them. Anyways, I managed to hide him. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I also don't want him insulting. I also don't want him insulting any of the viewers in the chat either.
Yeah, I mean, I think the conversation has more to do just with, the destigmatizing it, or what certain behaviors do for the community as a whole. I don't think anyone's claiming to be an expert here, but it is what it is. People want to feel how they feel,
I just hit him, Michelle. Gypsy says, if you met my stepbrother, you'd change your mind about having a person. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
I have to agree. Yeah, there are some people that you look at them and go, but I do think that there's someone. I think there's someone that will understand the person's who they are. Like, I do think. I know it's hard to I know it's hard to believe, and I think a lot of it does have to do with proximity. A lot of it has to do with what you're open to. I think in some cases some people will feel that way because maybe they're not open to the people who would find find them amazing. You know what I mean? And so I think that's kind of where there's that break in, availability, so to speak. Brown girl life, the hopeless romantic. Yeah, I'm a bit of a hopeless romantic. As much of an asshole, as much of a, I could be a bit harsh in some cases, but I am a bit of a hopeless romantic. I wanted to ask him if he's really been diagnosed.
Yeah.
If my stepbrother ever brings home a girl,
I understand why you would want to ask that. It's just I really sincerely, as long as I've known him on the platform and I've seen his behavior, I don't think you're going to get an honest answer.
Yeah.
Maybe it's I don't know, maybe some might call it patronizing, what I just said, and I'm open to that too. But I honestly don't believe one would get an honest answer. Like he just said, like he just put a rat in. Frank called.
Yeah, he's having a good time. He's having a good time.
Them trolls be following Nova.
I swear, Belinda, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on anymore.
He's
I'm like, my little, like, why am I on anyone's radar?
Oh, this is why he came back. He came back under a different name. Look.
Yeah.
He was McHenry Cruiser bad boy before. Now he's McHenry Cruiser prank calls. All right. You're gone too.
Yeah, he's gonna keep popping in.
You're gone too. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna keep popping in.
Oh, there he goes. Okay. I think there's always people out there who will understand and accept us for who we are. I just don't necessarily think that all of us are destined for relationships. Oh God, I hope not. Brown girl life. Oh God, I hope not.
I can see how someone would feel that way. But keep the hope alive, brown girl. I don't know. I really, and maybe like I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was telling me that like she hadn't had that much luck in the love, and I was just like, telling her how to change it up, like change up where she's sort of meeting people, and change up and really evaluate what she wants in a person, and evaluate whether or not the people that have been brought to her have been people that could have been good for her, but aesthetically maybe they didn't look the way that she wanted them to look. And she had to really sit with herself. So I do think that sometimes we get in our own way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Nikki. I mean, it's clear if there's one recurring theme with it, this guy, right down to it, he wants to be famous. I mean, when you start comparing yourself to like PewDiePie, for instance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it is. He wants to be famous, and he will do all kinds of things. Villainous bad boy. He's back. This is me now. Hi, this is me now. He thinks he is edgy. I'm not hurt. I'm having a hell of a time.
You're having a good time.
All right. We'll leave him on for a few minutes, but I'm going to keep an eye on this. If you insult anybody else in my chat, you're gone. Got it? If you insult anybody else in my chat, you're gone. So what's going on? What's with the ongoing conflict, McHenry? Lauren, BGL. That's a great point. Plenty of people out there on the aromantic spectrum. Is it aromantic? Did you mean to type in autistic spectrum, Lauren?
No, I think what you mean by aromantic is like not really looking for romance, like someone would say apolitical, like they're not really
sexual.
Political, yeah, or asexual, yeah.
Okay. I now see. Sorry, I thought it was a typo, and you meant to type in autism spectrum. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. There are a lot of people who are not, like, they could be asexual, or where they don't. Well, asexual really doesn't have to do with romance, but right, that someone may have to that someone may not necessarily seek out a romantic relationship, which in my opinion that's fine too. I'm here for, you know,
Yeah,
do what
exactly.
you want, you know. like I just feel I think for me I speak more for people who um do want a relationship. So there are people who don't want it, and I think that's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
Just like people who don't want children, I think that's absolutely fine.
sure.
If that's what you want, hey, that's great. But I'm saying for people who do want it but just feel lost or feel like they're just having terrible luck with it. I just want them like keep the hope alive. You know what I mean? Like, but if you don't want it, then hey, power to you
More
because it
power to
doesn't have
you.
to
Yeah,
be
more
miserable.
power to you. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was single, I was fine. When I was single, I enjoyed being single 100%. Didn't bother me at all. And I actually met the person I'm with kind of like on a whim. So, um, it you can be happy single, but then that's kind of my point. I think you should seek out to be happy single.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. This is me now. Yeah, we're okay. We're doing all right. Thank you for asking. Becca Rue, she says, we're a fan of your jacket for what? Okay, I'm not. I'll be honest, I'm not, but okay. But I don't think it says that as a sad thing, LOL. It's hard to explain. I think we place so much importance on romance. Like it is the end all
That's true.
of life. It isn't. It just isn't.
That's true. I agree. I agree. I don't think that it has to be. I don't think you should consume be consumed with that. I think that that's the absolute worst thing that you could do because then you don't focus on developing who you are as a person and being who you need to be and evolving that way. So I don't think that anyone should be consumed with that.
Okay.
But, you know,
Okay, as a reminder, I'm giving him one more chance. He is now in here under the name Villainous Bad Boy. So if you have questions for McHenry, go ahead and ask them. Go ahead and ask them. No, I'm not bringing him on panel because nothing good will come of that. But feel free to ask him in the chat. He's under Villainous Bad Boy. I'm giving him one more chance, but if he insults anybody in the chat, he's gone. He's gone.
he said, no, Becca, I put this platform on a map.
Oh my.
That's interesting.
Oh my.
I want to know what made him hate women. Did someone hurt him?
Right.
Do you hate women, Villainous Bad Boy? No, I'm interested.
Yeah, just type yes or no in the chat, Villainous Bad Boy. Do you hate women? Do you honestly hate women? Just type a yes or a no in the chat.
Why you hurt? You may, in theory, have increased awareness of the platform in your area, but overall, no, you did not put it on the map. Yeah, that's quite the claim to say you put it on the map.
Well, yeah, and we illustrated how he did just that before, you know.
That is quite the claim.
It is quite the claim, yeah. It is quite the claim.
I'm not hurting.
I hate some women that don't we all. Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's just the way you approach it is disturbing.
I don't hate anyone.
And the way you approach children is inappropriate. The way you approach children is inappropriate.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Since you're here. Yeah. No, some of us don't believe in hatred. Yeah, I don't hate anyone. I think you go through things with people, but that doesn't mean you should hate an entire gender.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
All right.
Oh God, dude.
Nobody's inspecting with a magnifying glass.
They're gonna mess up your jacket like that.
Your amigo, come on. Yeah, one momento, por favor. Let me, with a fine-tooth comb, go through each inch of material of cloth that previously surrounded your nether regions. And let me see if I can track down any debris here.
Oh God.
I missed that. What was he saying? What was he referring to?
Your nether regions.
Nether regions.
Oh, okay.
The unmentionable.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can track down any debris here.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that.
Ew.
Except for, listen, I don't even do my own laundry. So, I mean, Father Cruiser, hopefully he doesn't stumble across these fucking underpants when he does the laundry.
Okay. Okay. I don't think we're going to watch any more of this.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
this is like very problematic in so many ways. Very, very. Where you at, villainous? Do you hate them because they are women or hate them as people?
That's a good question. That's a valid question. Yeah.
I mean, I think if you go to or if you resort to absolute hatred of an entire group off of the behavior of individual people, then I mean, you might have some soul searching to do. Like, it's just not a good way to go about, interacting with said group of people. Because they're not even gonna hurt you.
Hate is a strong word. If the group you dislike have not provoked you, agreed. I'll agree with that. That or a group that is harmful to other people, like a white supremacist group, for instance.
Right.
Or the MGTOWs, that they're misogynistic. And other groups like, it's like, groups that actually harm certain segments of the population, I would say.
Yeah. I think if your rhetoric can, even if as a byproduct, harm a specific group of people, then it shouldn't be allowed.
No, it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be at all.
I know that's controversial because as people, we tend to buy into the idea that we should have absolute freedom of speech, which it's a slippery slope when you don't have that. But at the same time, I think that there's certain rhetoric that just shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I do encourage opposing opinions, but to an extent, to a degree. When it comes to people, for instance, insulting people in my chat or insulting anyone on panel, I'm not going to tolerate it.
Right.
I'm not going to tolerate it. If somebody says something, for instance, that is racist or homophobic, I'm not going to tolerate it.
Right. I agree. I think it
tolerate it at all. There are some things for me that are absolutes, like right and wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's certain speech or rhetoric that for me it's a hard line in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with that.
I don't believe in absolute free speech. Even when I was doing political commentary, I didn't believe in it. I don't believe it's an absolute, nor do I believe it should be an absolute. But I also believe that with free speech, there should be consequences.
Right. I am of the sort of thought process. I'm of the thought process that with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah. And so although we do have freedom of speech, with that comes a lot of responsibility. And when we abuse that responsibility or mishandle it, I should say, then there should be consequences. So I do agree with that. Like, it can't just be completely, across. Oh yeah, you could say whatever, when in fact that sort of rhetoric can have really dire consequences on an entire group of people.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, Becca says, so McHenry, you don't do your own laundry, but you put YouTube on the map. Sure, Jeff. God, it must be fun having somebody to do your laundry for you. I got to go down, 4 flights of stairs, and I've got to go 2 blocks with the heavy bags of laundry to the laundromat. And then when I come up, I've got to walk up 4 flights of stairs with about 30 pounds of laundry. Nothing's going to work out because I live on the 4th floor. There's no elevator. It's a walk up.
It's
a walk up.
I don't miss that. I used to live on the third floor where I grew up at, and we had to go back and forth to the laundromat. I hated it. I have a washing machine in my apartment now, but what was it, last week? I thought it broke, and I almost had a meltdown. I was like, no, I don't want to have to go to the laundromat.
I wish. My landlord, well, first of all, there's no room to put a washer and dryer in this apartment, to be honest. There's nowhere to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And the entries, like the outlets, you know, where you hook up all the hoses and pipes, we don't have that in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
There are washers that are portable, but he doesn't allow them. It's stipulated on the lease. You're not allowed to have them.
Oh, man. Mm-mm.
On the lease. It's because he wants to make money with the one machine for 40 units in this building, 40 apartments. He has only one washing machine.
Oh, no.
Yeah, for the whole
can't.
And the washing machine half the time, I find, doesn't get them clothes clean as it should.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like you take your clothes out and you wash them, and then you're about to wear them or put them away. They just don't. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah.
I verbalize it, but they don't seem clean.
I hate that. I hate when that happens. Like when
You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
expressing myself badly here.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like
They don't seem clean to me.
it doesn't give it that, like, you
But I
know.
go to the laundromat, so I have to go to the laundromat to do laundry. You know.
Oh, I hate going to
During
laundry.
the pandemic, with I go at 8 o'clock in the morning when I know no one is there because of the pandemic. I got to be because of Rona. I have to be careful because I am immunocompromised.
Mm.
I have to. I mean, fortunately, this laundromat where I go to has nobody between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's when I go. There's nobody, and
That's what I like.
it's the safest way for me to do it.
Of course.
And I'm sorry, even with the lockdowns and all that, I'm still not going to fight for the one machine that doesn't get the clothes clean.
Yeah, hell no. Like if you can, just that. Yeah, get to the laundromat nice and early, and then you keep your clothes clean, and stay
That's
away.
exactly what I do. I have to do it this way, and I have to be careful. I take my, I have to be careful, but otherwise, I've been pretty much cooped up in this apartment. Here we go. Hang on. So, Gypsy Bird thinks she's scared. She thinks she's scared off McHenry. Okay. Well, if you did, congratulations.
Gypsy Bird coming through with the win.
I wish I could give you a T-ball trophy, but I don't have one because I suck at T-ball. Okay. Michelle, I agree. Freedom of speech, not freedom from consequences. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Michelle, it's your chat, right? Well, yeah, exactly. It is. It is. It is, I mean, I don't have to, like I said, I do leave some latitude. I mean, hell, I even get trolls that are sometimes actually entertaining, and I let them stick around to entertain. But once it gets bad and they start with the insults, you're gone.
Yeah, you saw it the other night. I had 3 of them one time.
Oh God, last night. Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's do it.
You handled them very well. You handled them better than I do. You handled them better than I do. I swear to God.
I have an unhealthy I have an unhealthy enjoyment of debate. I really do.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's cool.
I love it. So even when I'm challenged, I'm like, let's go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Bring it on.
No says freedom and responsibility go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to agree with that, Low Resi.
Absolutely.
Very true. Take responsibility for words. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Good to see you back. This is ridiculous. Of course, the washing machine is used constantly and most likely not maintained. Well, that's what it seems. Hey, Shady Booty.
I like that name.
Hugs to you too. I saw Neg's roast, but I haven't watched it yet. Oh, Neg's roast is legendary. If you ask, in my opinion, I thought it was hilarious. Neg's roast.
I have to check that out.
I'll link his video in the pinned comments when I stream. I will link Neg's roast. I think it's worth the watch. Just for pure entertainment value. And, you know, let's put it this way. After what McHenry put Negz through and Negz's viewers, because he went after Negz's viewers, like Kim, for instance, you know, and Negz, you know, Negz deserves to give a roast, you know? Yeah, it's like, here it goes. If he's going to put his opinion out there, he better be ready to defend it. Well, as you saw, he wasn't really ready to defend it. I gave him a chance. At the request of some in the chat, I did give him a chance when he came under sock account number 3. But he didn't. So, you know.
I feel like there's quite a few people on this platform or on any platform that are very willing to put themselves or their opinions out there, and the minute that they're challenged, they can't handle it. And I'm like, kind of on the wrong platform, buddy. If that's what you know. I'm very much of the thought process that if you have an opinion, be ready to stand on it with 2 feet. You know, like don't
shy away.
Yeah.
Here we go. And so, speaking everybody's favorite portion, quickly, the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. If you wish to support the channel, please give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, and you feel I do have Patreon. I upload there some extra content about once per month. Go check it out. And for one-time donations, there is PayPal if you wish. Don't feel pressured. I also have a merch store.
Well, you got t-shirts and stuff like that?
What?
You have t-shirts and...
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I'll share the screen in a second if my computer will allow me to. My computer will allow me to because it's not cooperating with me. Yeah, so I also have merch, which I will try and bring up on screen very shortly. I also have a Discord server. You must be 18 and up to join. We have chat rooms to suit every taste. A lot of awesome people like Kim and Michelle, who are members, and Fisherman, who I don't know if Fisherman is still here. And yeah, so yeah, you have to be 18 and up to join our Discord server because we just don't want the issues of of minors coming in. We just don't want it. So anyways, yeah. So yeah, you wanted to see my merch?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll bring it up. Let me bring it up. Okay. I'm on Teespring for now. Okay, share screen. Okay. All right, here we go. Do you all see it?
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
There we all go. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. Okay, so this is okay. So, hang on. So, as you can see, it's very hat themed. I have masks too.
Oh, that's cute. I like all the hats on the shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like pandas here too.
I was gonna ask you what was there a specific reason for the panda?
I introduced a character a long time ago on an old video, reviewing the Rewired Soul, who is now canceled, mercifully. And we did a parody with my ex. My ex did the voice of the panda, so that panda appeared on screen all the time. And my ex did the voice of the panda, and his name is Fvcking.
Oh,
Fvcking, Bath for short. And I meant to bring Bath back. Bath is a bit of a smart ass. He's a bit sarcastic. Cute panda wearing glasses and a beret. And he likes to spill tea. And I never brought him back, but I keep meaning to bring him back, and I never do. But
you should.
I should. I've had many requests to bring him back, actually. I have had many requests to bring him back. As you can see, professional shit disturber, and that's pretty much what I am.
I like that.
Yeah, professional shit disturber. That's what I am. I think, most of us, many of us.
Yeah. I think so. I love all the fedoras. I think that's so cool.
Thanks. They're all from my hat collection, actually.
Really?
They're from my personal hat stash. Yeah. Take care of yourselves and each other. That's usually my outro for videos. Take care of yourselves and each other. And somebody suggested I add that line, which I did. Yeah.
I like that.
Straight, and I thought it would be nice in script, in a script font. And everyone deserves kindness.
I agree.
Everyone deserves kindness, as you can see. I like that one. The illustrations were done by a friend, the panda and the girl. The girl is actually me, because I also used to have an alter ego called She's a Fucker.
Really?
Yeah. And she was a beatnik person who did very, very, very bad poetry slams. Very bad poetry slams. So bad it's genius. So bad it's genius, So yeah, I also have kids stuff. As you can see, I have stuff for kids. The coolest kids are kind. It's kind of my way of going in the anti-bullying,
I think, especially coming from the spaces that we sort of come from, that it's important to kind of always keep that in mind, with the whole anti-bullying and
Yeah, exactly.
Just like, don't be a shitty person, you know what I mean? That's pretty much like kind of the if I had to say that there was a mantra that I live by, but probably be as close to it as possible. Like, just don't be a shitty person.
Yeah, exactly. You look at McHenry's older content. He has a song from Foreigner, Waiting for a Girl Like You, and videos about depression, anxiety, feeling a slave to society. Curious how he has changed. No idea.
Yeah, I don't.
Now is very much a provocative and outrageous offensive style. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Booty. If you blew the lot off, like the McHenry Cruiser stuff. Thank you for the name compliment. Okay, somebody. Yeah. So McHenry is over the Katie Express. Katie is Ms. Wonderful for reference.
Oh, okay.
That's Katie. Though we're not doxing her, she introduces herself as Katie on her videos. Okay. Sometimes she introduces herself as Aunt Katie. I kid you.
This is a part of YouTube I have never ventured off to.
Oh, it's quite, yeah. How's her 24-hour sleep vest, live going? I don't know. I haven't been watching it, Shady. I haven't been watching it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yeah.
She has a 24-hour live?
Yeah, apparently it's happening now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a long sort of live stream and just covering like different things like news, topics, and whatever I feel like covering at the moment. But I have to pick a day to do that where I have nothing to do, because it will be for like 4 or 5 hours. I just don't know when I would do it yet.
Oh, we have a fan now of the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. Yay, Michelle. Cool. Hey, Michelle. Cool. Yeah.
Oh. Hey, you gotta get you gotta get your information out there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hi, Steph. I didn't see you come in.
What's up, Steph?
I didn't see you come in. How you doing, Steph? Okay, hang on. My mouse is weird. My mouse, it's not controlled. She says I only just appeared and I'm lurking. That's okay. That's cool, Steph. What's a bath? BAF. Green Gypsy Bird. BAF Ucker. Say it faster. BAF Ucker. Be a fucker. She's a F Ucker. She's a fucker.
I actually like that. That's cool. That's clever.
Michelle says she's using my mug to. Oh, very cool, Michelle. Michelle, yeah, and thank you for purchasing a mug. Thank you for purchasing a mug. Cool. This is the thing. Teespring. I don't know if it's because I don't know all the functions of Teespring, and that is entirely possible. But I have no idea who bought what from me.
Really? It doesn't give you the...
Unless somebody tells me, I have no idea who bought what unless they tell me.
Yeah, when I was using Teespring, it didn't... I wouldn't get a notification of someone when someone bought something. Now I use Shopify and I get it like right away. As soon as they buy something, I get a notification. It helps too.
You're with Shopify?
Yeah, I have a store. I have an online store.
I'm gonna, if you're okay with it later sometime, or not tonight, but sometime, if you can help me how to navigate Shopify, because I'd like to move my stuff there.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
help me navigate it, because I'm old, I'm not cool, I'm not tech savvy, I'm from the early 1700s. I'm a grandma who should not be on the internet.
No,
people.
It's a bit of a learning curve, but it's actually, once you get it all connected, it is just seamless. I mean, for me at least, okay. I like it, and the way that the website looks is just cleaner. It's really nice. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If you're inclined to give me a hand with how to navigate setting this up, it would be greatly appreciated. Because one reason I'd like to switch to Shopify is because there are more products to choose from. I hear the prices are better. You can set better prices.
Much better. So with Shopify, if you drop ship it from Printful, which is the company that will print out the stuff, it's much better. I mean, you can set the prices to like hoodies that would have had to be $40-something on Teespring to make a decent profit. I can put on Shopify for $35, $30 to some degree, and still make a good profit. So it works better, and the way that it's packaged is nice. My mother just bought one of my mugs, and she loves it. Like the quality of everything is really good, and
cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
I heard the quality was also better on the products, and the other thing is, I would be having a lot of Canadian customers, and Michelle is Canadian, and she just said she bought a mug. She said she was drinking coffee out of one of my mugs.
Mm-hmm.
So so I'll take that that she bought a mug. Thank you so much, Michelle. So Michelle could probably tell me, but I kind of fear how much is shipping for Canadian customers. Plus, you got I don't know the customs fees, the custom and duties fees that are involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with certain products, and you can pick them. Like when you go to create the products, you can actually choose products that can be shipped from certain places. So they'll have products that can be shipped from the UK, or I haven't been paying attention to it being shipped from Canada, so I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I do know that they have different products that can be shipped from different parts of the world. And so if you do have like Canadian customers, you can add that product to your shop, and then they'll be able to buy from that. So it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, so if you can help me, that would be great. Anyways, back to the discussion at hand. Feel free to continue chatting. The chat is stopped. Has everybody left? Yeah, please feel free to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Thumbs down is also an engagement. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. I don't know why I can't see the thumbs up on the thumbs down on my. I'm looking at the YouTube side. I can't see the thumbs up or thumbs down for some reason.
I'd have to refresh it.
Maybe. I'll try it later. But I don't know. But please feel free to do so. Yes. But yeah, so anyways, I'm not going to be playing any more of his videos because at this point it's nonsensical. And secondly, like I said, I will link Negz's roast video in the pinned comment so you can catch it for yourselves. And yeah, it's yeah. I don't know, like, how it leads me to wonder. It like, let's forget all the seriously problematic. How he does make race at the very least racially insensitive comments.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he has questionable, inappropriate interactions with children.
Mm-hmm.
His attitude towards women is ghastly. You know, those serious issues. We turn to the ridiculousness. It's like, you tend to wonder, you look at him, you look at Nikocado Avocado, you look at Trisha Paytas.
Mm-hmm.
This is a question I gotta ask it, and maybe you have an opinion on it, and maybe you too in the chat. How far is somebody willing to go, like, in the ridiculous area?
I think when you start to attach a quality of life to a certain behavior, you run the risk of that, right? So I don't know per se with him, but you can see with a person like Trisha Paytas or Nikocado Avocado, and some of the people that we covered, in Hater Nation, where their income and their quality of life is now tied to that. So it only creates a world where now it has to be done. So it's not even, this is what I want to do, I have to do it to maintain this lifestyle that maybe otherwise I would never have. And I think that for some people, when they're weighing out what makes more sense or what they need more, they're always going to go with the side of, I'm going to protect my sort of way of life or my future or my bank account, whatever the case is. But they was going to go along that line. And I think that's the issue with a platform like YouTube, where ridiculousness is awarded with financial gain.
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, McHenry Cruiser is not making any money off his channel. Like I said, he may have 10K subscribers.
Right.
His views are terrible. His views are really high. Okay, like I said, many of my videos have better views than he does. And I only have 1,300 subscribers, so that is small compared to him. And I'll tell you, speaking firsthand, okay, since I became eligible for monetization, I really haven't made squat. Other than super chats that I've done on live streams, I haven't made squat. Maybe a couple of bucks here and there, because more than half my videos, YouTube puts limited monetization on them. Like, it's declared not suitable for ads. Not suitable for ads.
Yeah, which is why I think even more, if you look at some of the bigger YouTubers that really make a good living off of it, you see why they just keep getting worse and worse. Because it's like, imagine if if you know that at the very least, half of my videos, let's say your videos are not monetized, or half of them get demonetized, you have to be even extra ridiculous to get them, you know what I mean, to make money on what is monetized. I hope that makes sense. Because now it's like, okay, well, now I have to work extra hard because I'm not even getting the type of money that I should be getting, and it's sort of like cyclical.
I have sent videos, some of my videos for review. Some of them YouTube did flip it to green, which is full monetization. But that's not the majority of the videos I've sent for review.
Yeah.
That's not by a long shot. Michelle asked, do they age restrict my videos? No, they haven't. They have not slapped me with an age restriction. And that means if you are slapped with an age restriction on your video, that means no monetization at all. Like, it's red. It's red symbol. No, you're not monetized. If it's deemed 18 and up, it's not monetized at all. And you're entering into a whole other category, classification, if you will. But no, I did voluntarily age restrict a few of my videos because one of them was a fun live stream I did with somebody by the name of Captain Fish. Captain Fish, he never showed his face on camera, but he had this voice that the ladies love. I swear to God, ladies fell in love with his voice.
Gotta love that.
Yeah. So I had him on with me, and we were doing a cringe compilation react. So in other words, we found the cringiest videos, and we reacted to them. And then after that, I don't know what happened, but Captain Fish was reading a rather racy version of the Bible. Adult version, if you know what I mean. No pictures, no graphics.
Right.
But the words he was reading aloud. It's like, oh shit. Oh shit.
They do have those portions of it.
Yeah, so I voluntarily age restricted that video.
Yeah.
Okay, and another one I age restricted was a panel because I was confronting a woman who had harassed me and a couple of my friends for over 18 months now. I told you about her.
Oh, yes.
The grandmother from the UK. Yeah, her. And I wanted her to see what the impact her behavior, her actions with certain people were having. And I wanted that turned into a train wreck. It turned into an absolute train wreck. Out of a 5-hour stream, the most epic moment of that was the woman was saying to one of my panelists, Jamie, I'm calling your dad.
Why?
I don't know. And then I was thinking, did I let a minor up on my panel without realizing?
Oh.
Jamie's not a minor. He's 20s. He's in his 20s. He has his own YouTube channel.
Okay.
He's under the handle Gossip Gay.
Okay.
Gossip Gay. He's an adult. So I thought it was a bit weird. This woman is saying, I'm going to call your dad.
That's weird.
That was an epic moment out of a 5-hour stream.
Wow.
I swear. It was. And it was a train wreck. It was 5 hours of train wreck. And I had trouble moderating the panel. I had an awful lot of trouble moderating the panel. If there is a lesson learned, when I have a panel and it gets out of hand like that, I have to put my foot down and actually mute everybody's mic.
Oh, yeah.
I have to, I didn't want to be mean. But now I realize I have to do that. If I'm going to have a panel and everybody's going to yell over each other, I have to mute everybody's mic to get some order.
Yeah, you have to. It'll get out of hand otherwise.
Oh, Becca, thank you for stopping by. I have to go, Tara. We'll be listening to Bits.
Oh, Beckaroo.
Bedroom. Thank you so much for stopping by, Beckaroo.
Thanks for hanging out.
So, yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah, Beckaroo, these streams stay up. Don't worry about it. They stay up. So, yeah, it's, yeah, so that's what happened. So those are the 2 times I age restricted voluntarily 2 of my videos. But as YouTube itself, no, they have not slapped me with an age restriction yet. I've also had copyright claims, but for music. It was always related to music.
Yeah, I've had a few of those.
Yeah, it was always related to music, the copyright claims.
I don't deal with any of the monetization drama yet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Soon.
For those of you who don't know, you should subscribe to Nova Reii. Nova Reii. Nova Reii. I will link her channel in the pinned comment when we're done. And I want y'all to go show her some love at her place.
Yes, stop by.
And you'll get the bonus. The title, I believe, is called Trippy Live Stream.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like 10 of her talking, and then really, someone help me!
I have to clip that.
Yeah, you do. You do have to clip it. Yeah, clip it, and and that might work for Belinda's weather report.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna send it over.
Weather report. I mean, I did a weather report once for Belinda.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah. I've been meaning to do it, but once I started working, my schedule just got really busy. Now I'm at a point where I kind of, I know my schedule, so I'm able to kind of get back to making videos and things like that. Because for a minute there, I was like just exhausted, but now I'm like, all right, I'm back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I think a lot of it too was like wanting to really sort of diversify the things that I talk about, and I sort of became really like uninspired by the people that I was speaking about. So I realized that, okay, I have to really find other things that I can do aside from those videos, because I'll still do them, but
Yeah. No, I hear you. And it's not good to keep yourself typecast. Hey, do you want to see the weather report I did for Belinda?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's bring up a share screen. Yeah, I've got it. Oh, hang on. I'm not going to play her entire video because I'm not shitty that way. But we're going to play the weather report. Here we go.
For Chick. Fedora Chick, how's the damn weather, sis?
It's that time now, eh?
Okay. Hold up, Fedora Chick. Hold up, honey. Twinkie, did you use a time machine and go back to Woodstock to get somebody to do the goddamn weather? Because look, that's Woodstock. I bet she be smoking some weed, too. Okay, I believe you. Twinkie says she didn't. Okay, Fedora, go on with it, sis. Go on with the weather, honey.
I really gotta do that damn weather report now. Know something, boys and girls? Weather reports are for lazy ass people who can't get up from their fucking duffs to go look out the damn window for themselves. I mean, how fucking hard is it to get up, to go to your fucking door, open it, and voila. It's not like it's 7 miles walk there. Here's another free tip from yours truly. Uh-oh. Just a damn second. Eric, Ricky, stop eating my fucking food. Belinda doesn't pay me enough to feed your damn faces. Where was I? Oh, yeah. The finger test. Yes. The finger test. You lick your finger like so, and then you put it up, out the which ways the wind's blowing. Fascinating. Oh, look. It's sundown now. In my brain, that is. Oh, what are my loud-ass neighbors doing now? Oh, no. They're getting it on like rabbits. So that can only mean one thing. Boys and girls, shit storm a brewing. Yep, a shit storm is a brewing. So run for cover, everybody. Oh, this is going to be a freaking ass long day. That's it. Now learn to figure out the damn weather for yourselves, because, as I said, Belinda don't pay me enough for this ratchet production. Oh, no. Eric, Ricky, stop breaking my fucking dishes. I got to tell everybody I don't get paid enough for this shit. Belinda, get Eric and Ricky out of my home before they break everything and eat all my food. Please do that for me at least. Now, Eric, Ricky, don't make me come to that goddamn kitchen now. Oh no, I better take care of this now. Back to you, Belinda.
Thanks, Fedora Chick. That's a pretty good damn weather report. Sorry my boys came over there and fucked with your damn shit, breaking your dishes and stuff, honey. I'm sorry about that. I'll be back a little later. You heard me. You heard me. Get to the woodshed. You're getting your ass busted. You're getting your ass busted. Ricky, you too. You too, bitch.
You too, bitch.
That's trademark Belinda. That is trademark Belinda.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, thank you. It was yeah, a lot of people liked it. Belinda actually asked me to do another weather report, and I never got around to it. She did ask me to do another one, and never got around to it. It's just one thing after another came up, you know. And like I said, I mean, the kind of edits I do, my computer can't handle. So it's also so my computer crashes every time I do one of those edits. Like when I added those rabbits that you saw, when I added those cartoon rabbits. Oh boy, yeah,
that really,
yeah, it did my computer. That's how bad my computer is.
Wow, yeah, mine is on his way out, but I'm working on keeping it around for a little bit longer. But I definitely have to get a new one because with all the editing and then and I don't even edit like my vlogs here. I edit on my iPad, but
Right.
I have the program, so I would like to edit it on my computer. So it's like, yeah, you could bet, you know, on the iPad is nice if you're doing it like really quickly, but and I like iMovie, but I also use Filmora, which is a really good editor too. So
Yeah,
I prefer Filmora.
Yeah, I've been using iMovie because I'm cheap.
Yeah, iMovie is good though. iMovie is pretty good. Like for a program that comes with the the device, for it to be that good is pretty good. Yeah. But
Michelle says copyright claims, aren't they fun? Yeah, they're fun, all right. I've had issues with it was always with music.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was always with music.
Oh no, I also got a copyright claim for the vice president debate that I covered. But then
I've been hearing a lot of people who covered the debates on YouTube and they played. And I would have thought if there was enough commentary provided, because that would fall under fair use laws in the United States, you know, and it would certainly fall under fair dealing laws in Canada.
No, it did. Yeah, because they dropped it right away.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I've been hearing that. Thank you so much, Nikki. I appreciate that. Thanks. Michelle already did. Yep. And Brown Girl Life. Someone help me waiting for on the ringtone. You just screw that ringtone, Nova. Brown Girl Life has a point.
Yeah.
Brown Girl Life has a point. You've got to make that into a ringtone.
Yeah, I might well I'm gonna clip it tonight actually, and then I'm going to I have a friend of mine that's a music producer. I'm gonna see if he could give me a beat to put behind it. Yeah. Like put a beat behind it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna do something with it because I listened to it over and I was still in tears. I was like, this is hilarious. And I couldn't have planned it myself. It was just perfect.
No, it was spontaneous. It was everything malfunctioning at once.
Yeah.
Plus you were learning how to use OBS, and trust me, I have OBS. I tried it once. To me, it looks like a spaceship. So
yeah,
it looks like a spaceship. But like I said, I'm old. I'm not cool. I'm not tech savvy, and I'm a grandma. I shouldn't be on the internet.
No. OBS is. I have to be honest. Although I do like OBS, it requires too much from my computer, so I probably will just stick to StreamYard until I can get a new computer, and then go with OBS because it is. I do like OBS.
I do like what you can do with OBS, like the screen for reaction videos. The aesthetic, if you're doing reaction videos, I think the aesthetic is more pleasing on OBS than on StreamYard. You know, and I like that you can, you know, add your own overlays and all that, you know. I mean, StreamYard you can too, but it's limiting, and I'm still figuring that out, you know. Yeah, let's turn to the chat for a second. Brown Girl Life, Belinda be smoking some weed too. She ain't got to lie. No, he doesn't. Michelle R. The weather here in Canada is really different than in the States. Yeah, I would say that's true too. The only places I've been to the United States is Vermont and upstate New York and New York City, Manhattan. Are the only places I've been in the United States.
Manhattan.
Oh no, sorry. My parents, a family trip, family camping. We've also been to Virginia and we've been to North Carolina. We've been to Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Yes. We went at Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. And in Virginia, I forget the name of the place we were at in Virginia where we were. I honestly forget the name of where we were. Nikki says, "You look gorgeous in this clip. Janis Joplin vibes." Oh, thank you. And GoFundMe for a new computer for Fedora. Here's the thing, Michelle. If I were to start a GoFundMe for a new computer, I think I'd get a lot more hate than I already do.
Yeah, somebody someone will find a problem with that.
Someone will find a problem.
But you never know. Maybe way more people will understand that it's necessary and give the money. Somebody's always gonna have a problem with something. That's what I come to realize.
Exactly. I mean, it's one thing to do my little obnoxious e-begging portion. And yeah, sure, a lot of people slam that, promoting your PayPal or your merch shop or your Patreon, or you ask people if you have the join button, to join your member or private members club. That's one thing, yeah. And a lot of people will still hate on you for that.
Yeah.
A lot of people will still even hate on you for that, which is why I kind of jokingly say this is the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. Trying to get, trying to make it, sound a little bit lighthearted, and by any means, I don't pressure anybody to.
No, but I think.
Or to super chat me or to buy my merch. I don't pressure anybody. I just put it out there.
But I think that, some channels will make it seem, or some people will make it seem like it's such a bad thing to create a space where people can donate to your channel, when the reality is that none of this is, to produce anything is not cheap. And when you're starting from, old equipment or what have you, it makes it that much harder and it inhibits a lot of what you can do. So, I think there are a lot of people who really enjoy certain creators and will say, hey, I'll give some money to help them out. And other people like to shame that, but there's really nothing wrong about that. Like, it's
well, it's the hypocrisy of a lot of people. I don't like, for instance, there's the hypocrisy of a lot of people. And you heard earlier from I've mentioned this. He didn't say it in the chat, but I have mentioned this because it has happened. One of the things when McHenry Cruiser goes after Negz's viewers, he goes after a lot of viewers for giving Negz money. And I think, what? It's none of your business, dude. Like I said, you're free to support your favorite creators. If you've got extra money and you choose to support your favorite creator, that's your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any of us to insult them, to berate them for that, to belittle them for that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the equivalent of, when you give your favorite creator a view or a few more views, or you join people that will join the Patreon just because they know that that's extra money that'll go in your pocket. And it's just, I think that there are a lot of people who will try to shame that out of people, try to shame people for that. But hey, you have every right to support who you enjoy.
Exactly. It's not, it's not rocket science. It's not exactly rocket science,
Right.
There are people who have donated or have joined my Patreon or bought my merch and, or gave me super chat. And I always acknowledge and I always show my appreciation. And and I always show my appreciation. I don't come on expecting it either. I put it out there. I put the information out there. This is what you want to do if you want to support the channel, but it's no pressure, you don't, nobody, and I would never shame anybody for the way some, Negz's viewers have been shamed.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, people, some people just want to have an issue with everything. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, even when you look at, some people just want to have an issue with everything. And the reality is that people start this as maybe a hobby, or maybe they do it because they really enjoy, they want to get into production. And this is the way to sort of get into it without, like they're not in Hollywood or anything. They're able to do it on YouTube. And then as time goes on, you learn and you realize what type of content you want to do, but it still needs to be funded somehow. The same way a movie would need to be funded, the same way a show would need to be funded. Like none of that gets done for free. It has to be paid for. So when the supporter says, "I want to, give you some money to help support you," I think it's foolish when people try and shame that out of people. Like
Exactly.
yeah.
Damn, Danny says, "Okay, back. I had to hit up the store and get me some cocktail supplies."
That's right, Danny. That's what I'm talking
Right
about.
on. Why not? Right on.
I'm drinking a beer right now, so.
Cool. I'm on carbonated water. Yes, yes, I'm not fun. I'm a party pooper. Ain't got a lie to kick it. No, you don't. You don't. Michelle, screw them. It's info, and they have a choice. No one is putting a gun to their head.
Yeah,
That's exactly it, Michelle. Exactly.
it's true.
Exactly. Damn Danny. His viewers fund him, his subs, parents, etc. Yeah. And people will give money whoever they want to. I've donated to random people. Right on, Danny. Right on.
Yeah.
It's your choice, You got the, it's your choice. It's your business. I don't think anybody should infringe on that. I don't think anybody should infringe on that at all. Your choice.
Yeah. Seriously.
Michelle, it's negative people that ruin good things for other people.
All the time. All the time.
This is true.
They can't help it.
No, they can't help it at all. They really can't help it at all.
And some of it is envy too. Like, you see some people where they see others getting that type of support and they're just upset that people would want to support that person and not them. And instead of just admitting that to themselves, they don't have to admit it to the world, but admitting it to themselves, no, they rather, spread hate so that now it could justify whatever stupid ass narrative they have.
Like, for instance, Katie, MFW. Okay. MFW. Years ago when she was stalking Negz, she would call him Rattle Can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She called him Rattle Can, which is a vulgar term for somebody who e-begs, I suppose. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And yet she has a members only, a join thing.
Mm-hmm.
Volunteer only, $25 a month. $25 a month she charges for her IP streams.
It's always the people that do it themselves that will be the first people to tell somebody else that they're wrong for it.
And what was it? She e-begged her audience for a swimming pool.
Oof.
I mean, it's not an fancy in-ground pool or anything. It's a small mini pool, if you
right.
But still, still. So it's like the hypocrisy is oozing here.
Yeah. And a lot of it is just people want to find a reason to be upset at someone else. It's you see that, you'll have people say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't be asking money," which, look, you shouldn't shame people into giving you money. That's not what you should do. But if you provide a place for people to support and they do it, then that's great. I mean, I think that means that people are enjoying what they see, and most people, in my opinion, understand that unless it's like a huge content creator, if it's a smaller content creator, they understand that these people probably also work a job or, have actual lives that they're attending to as well as trying to create content. So that's their way to show the support. And it's just, anyone who thinks that there's an issue with that is just full of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stress that enough because I see it happen and I see people saying those types of things, like, and I just don't get it. Like, what do you expect? All this stuff costs money, right? The amount of money I've invested in it's just, you invest money into some, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't.
Never feel ashamed of that,
Hey, Nightfall. Welcome. He brings it on himself, though. McHenry's such a loser. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I would certainly not argue with that.
No.
Yeah.
Not from what I've seen thus far. Like, I don't I can't argue with that at all.
So how do you feel now having been introduced formally to McHenry Cruiser?
I think I'm okay with never seeing his video again. like I think I could live the rest of my life without ever watching a video of his again. I think I've seen enough. I mean, he seems just like a ridiculous person. I can't tell whether or not his ridiculousness is genuine, if that makes sense, or if it's just really an act. I probably am inclined to think that it's a little bit of both. And if he does in fact have mental health issues, I hope he's taking care of them, because it can't be good to put yourself on a platform like this and then struggle with mental health issues and they go unchecked. But yeah, I don't think I'll be checking for McHenry's videos anytime soon.
I hope I didn't ruin your evening.
No. It was great. I mean, I like to watch. I like to find new people, but yeah, I think
it's cringe. It's cringe.
It 100%.
You're very welcome, Nightfall. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, so it's. But you know what? I'm also of the belief, and the type of commentary, the type of commentary I do, I basically, it's inappropriate behavior, problematic behaviors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And because I'm of the belief that sunshine is the best disinfectant, like the problem, like the behaviors, like, what do I go after? I go after cyberbullying. I go after people who fraud charity or fraud other people.
Mm-hmm.
I go after people who are inappropriate with children.
Yeah.
I go after,
so.
I go after misogynists. That's the type of behavior I go after,
Mm-hmm.
I believe sunshine is the best disinfectant. And sometimes I wonder, I see some of these people and it's like, why the hell do they still have a platform? YouTube has clear terms of service. And a lot of them are like violating the terms of service.
Yeah.
It goes unchecked. It goes unchecked by, somehow the algorithm. I mean, I know
saturated.
They've been fewer human reviews of videos since the lockdowns.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
There have been. But so many break terms of service, it does. It truly does. It really does cost the computer camera editing software, possibly, unless you can find one that's free. And I think she means most. Mm-hmm. Most importantly, the time that goes into the videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely true, Michelle. Absolutely. Yeah, she meant most. Yeah, absolutely true. That's absolutely true. But yeah, so that's the type of commentary I do. I believe, like I said, I believe these people should be brought to the forefront. I don't get that many views. I'm a small channel, but I have sometimes on some of my videos, I have gotten the attention of bigger channels.
Mm-hmm.
Like my MFW videos, my Ms. Wonderful videos, mm-hmm. that got the attention of some bigger channels. And that's how my channel grew.
That's awesome.
That's how it grew. It got the attention of some larger content creators. And that's how it is, that's how it was. I worked for it, I worked. It was a bumpy ride, I mean, just last summer, not long before that, people were ready to have me canceled already. Go figure. They were going to have me canceled.
I think that's kind of like, I started YouTube probably a year and a half ago. And then I stopped for a few months, and then I came back doing the, I guess you would say the videos about these people. And it's been quite the ride. And there's some videos you put up and then you don't get that many views, and you're like, the level of dedication that it has to take. And then sometimes it is just that. Like, I was at 80 subscribers for a while, and then when I did the live with Peanut, that's when it jumped up. you know, so sometimes it just is that, getting the attention of a bigger channel, and could
Yeah.
be genuinely so. It's not that, there's some people who clout chase, yes, and they're hopping on everybody's thing so that someone can, call, give them props. But sometimes it's just you putting the work in. I remember one time my boyfriend was telling me when I first went back to doing YouTube, and I was just talking to him about making videos and stuff, and like some of the concerns that I was having and things. And he was like, just do the work and everything else will follow. And sometimes you just doing the work, it gets the attention of people who genuinely like it, and
Yeah,
then
exactly.
it just shoots up,
Exactly. I mean, I've been pretty much doing my own thing. I've been experimenting. I've rebranded. I've rebranded, and a lot of experimentation, a lot of experiments, a lot of experiments.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with that, I've gained a lot of hate, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Haters gonna hate. I mean, how many people have threatened to strike my channel down already? I don't think I could count it on my fingers anymore.
Well, it's the things that it's the you're going after, although virtuous, it's a bumpy road to go after the people that you speak about,
Exactly. Yeah. Brown girl life. Additionally, donating is not compulsory. No, it is not, brown girl life. It is not. Anyone can ask for help. Yes, this is true. I agree with that. It's up to me who I decide to help financially. Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely. That's what we've been saying. And Michelle says, and yet YouTube copyright claims for 1 second of a song. Michelle, I'm going to tell you a story. Michelle, you remember my friend Steve, who was on with me on my birthday stream? No, but you remember. You chatted.
Yeah, I remember. Mm-hmm.
I made a video for him. He hired me to create a 3-minute video for him.
Mm-hmm.
It was for a party. It was not meant for my audience. It was not meant for my subscribers. So I had it set to private, so that only he had access to the link to show it to his party people.
Mm-hmm.
And what he wanted was a few seconds at the intro of a Beatles song, Day in the Life.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am thinking, okay, I'm making a video privately. It's going to be private. He's going to show it to a small selection. I figure, and I'm only going to play a few seconds of the instrumental part. I'm sure YouTube's not going to give me a problem. What I wrong? I said, it wouldn't even let you play the video. Like he would click the link. He couldn't play the video.
Wow.
So I had to find another way. Unfortunately, I had to do it in a way that was more cumbersome. I had to send my raw video on a Google Drive for him, and hopefully it'll play off the Google Drive.
Yeah, that's the Beatles, though.
Yeah,
they don't play with the Beatles.
I guess this. It was not even 15 minutes after I had the video up in my dashboard.
Right.
Not even 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I got slapped with a copyright claim from Universal Music, from their boss.
I was in the middle of a stream playing a Lifetime show, a show that came out on Lifetime, but this was years ago. This wasn't even anything recent. I was in the middle of a stream and they clipped it. In the middle of the stream, they cut it. And happened twice. I was like, oh, yeah, they don't play.
No, they don't. Nightfall. Now McHenry is MGTOW. Next month, he'll be into another famous YouTuber that's doing illegal crap and defend them. He has no identity. Well, unless you can count that Liberace jacket.
I like the Liberace jacket.
Yeah, right. Nightfall. No, you're right. You're right there. Yeah. Right on it. Next month, it will be something else. It will be another shtick. It will be another shtick. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that I think, when you come across some people on YouTube, there are people who just do not have an identity, or their identity is so easily influenced by other people that if they, like they're just trying to attach to something so that they can, either it's clout chasing or just them in general needing, human interaction. But
Exactly. It is. And there it is. It's hilarious at this point. He's a legend in his own mind, LOL. Yeah, he is a legend in his own mind. What I don't get, you believe it or not, there are people that still defend him. There are people that come after me and they
I'm
still
sure. Oh yeah.
defend him. You know what? But you know what? Worse than that, when I did my 2 Eric Zink videos, and he's the guy who passed himself as the mental health advocate who ended up having inappropriate interactions with minors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, inappropriate interactions with kids. And I think what really shook me is there were people who were defending him in my comment section.
Oh yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, look at a person like Jeffrey Dahmer and a person like what's his name? Manson, and they're overrun with letters while they're in jail. You know what I mean? Like, it's just for whatever reason, as people, there are those of us who are just attracted to really disturbed people.
They are. I know, and I know there are followings for these serial killers like Charles Manson, like Jeffrey Dahmer, like the Unabomber. They do have a following, as disturbing as that is.
Big time. Mm-hmm.
To put it mildly, yeah, they do have a following. So maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. People come into my comment section, they defend Ms. Wonderful, for instance. Mm-hmm. And the question I keep asking on Twitter and on YouTube is like, how can people... What I don't get is the mental gymnastics it takes to defend such people.
Well, I think even if you look at just in the current political climate that we have now, you have people who will ignore fact to defend someone that shouldn't be defended, at least in that instance in particular. And you see it on the grand scale right now with what we're going through here in America politically. And so I think it's a real testament to what people will do to defend or even believe a specific narrative. They will completely suspend all logic.
Yeah.
Just to say this.
Yeah. Like MFW, for instance, she drives drunk on camera. She goes into drunken rages. She doxes people. She had this really disastrous live stream over a month ago. And I reviewed that live stream. It's on my channel. And this was one where she threatened to kill all the neighborhood animals.
Oh, wow.
She threatens to put bullets in people's heads. She threatens to set fires to people's homes with them in it. And yet there are people telling me I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, because they are, they want to believe it,
Yeah, they tell me I'm a freaking piece of shit.
Yeah, they want to believe that you're the wrong one. You're the one that, you don't understand her. And I wish I could say that those are just a few people that, for whatever reason, they want to defend that person. But seeing the way things have gone in the last few years here and how certain behaviors have been defended, although it's clearly, indefensible, I'm like, I get it. I believe it because I see it. I watch a lot of political debates. I watch a lot of, people that debate online and things like that. And I'm like, you cannot be serious if you believe that, but yet they do. And I'm not even surprised anymore, like people are just, I don't know, they just identify with that part of that person. And so, you critiquing that part of that person makes them uncomfortable because they feel, they feel like they're being attacked to some degree. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm interested though.
Yeah, some people will not change their opinions no matter what you say. This is true. And I'm going to bring this one further, another experience I've had. I was having an argument. With somebody, and I provided links to some scientific literature to back my argument. And if I have to debate or argue, I will come armed, with links, screenshots, receipts, if you will, receipts. I will come armed with that. Mm-hmm. This time the receipts were in the form of, scholarly articles, scientific articles. It was in that form. And I get from people, well, forget science, or no, I'm not going to read that. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh God, really? Yeah. You're not going to read it.
Yeah.
Even though I just proved that you're wrong on, your information is inaccurate. Yeah. I mean? You have the right to an opinion. You do not have the right to invent your own facts.
Right. And it's an inability to there are some folks, and I was watching I don't know if I think it was a study that the person was quoting, that there are some people who have to think in very black and white terms, like no matter what it is. And they have an inability to accept nuance. They have an inability to accept any variation of what they consider fact. And it's almost like a brain, like the way that their brain works. And I think maybe that's what it is. Like there's some people who really don't want to have to think too deeply about anything. Yeah. And so if they've already married to one idea, that's where they're going to stay.
Yeah, well, a couple of years back on Facebook, actually, Facebook can be a toxic place too. Facebook, there were arguments going around. What was it? There was a group of racists, and they had a group on Facebook, and they promoted their racist ideas. Mm. And some of them were downright dangerous. Like, you tended to worry about the safety of certain people. Mm. And then they would come out and say, hey, I'm allowed to have an opinion. It's like, no, hang on. An opinion is, I don't like coffee, or I vote Democrat, or I vote Republican.
Right.
That's an opinion.
Right.
That's an expression of an opinion. I don't like black people is not opinion. That's racism.
Yeah, I think, and furthermore, even if that is your opinion, right? Let's say it is your opinion, right? You don't, for whatever reason, you still live in a society that deems that inappropriate because you share space with those people. Exactly. So whether you like them or not, unless you're gonna build your own society,
your own secret society,
right?
Somewhere,
you kind of have to. Yeah. So I think it's I hear that a lot with this sort of like free speech absolutism to some, this idea that, oh no, well, we're in a free country and we get to, speak however we like to speak. And it's like, and like what we were saying earlier, yeah, you're free to say what you want, but you're not free of the consequences that come with that. And I think too many people don't realize that there is responsibility with that freedom. And and in other countries they don't have it.
They don't. And I'll tell you this. There is a channel, what's her name? Daphne something or other. This is a woman who promotes that the earth is flat. That's her channel. That the world is flat.
Yep. Gotta love those people.
People defend her saying, well, that's her opinion. It's like I said, you're entitled to an opinion. You are not entitled to invent the facts. I think we've proven over the years from science that the earth is not flat. The earth is round.
Right. And for me, it's like, yeah, you have a right to that opinion, but I also have the right to challenge it. Exactly. And I have a right to, and to me, this is the dumbest hill for anyone to die on is the Earth being flat. Like I'm
no,
like,
you have this Daphne person has an entire channel devoted to that.
it's like ridiculous.
That and another thing, she doesn't believe children should be in school.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
not even homeschooling. She thinks children need to be outside playing all day.
Yeah, or like one of those unschooling people. Yeah,
like not even homeschooling. Okay.
Yeah, it's unschooling. It's like
no school whatsoever.
Right.
Child.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. Oh, you have heard. Oh
yeah.
I've heard of these people.
Oh yeah.
Not school whatsoever. Yeah. She promotes the idea that children should not be having any kind of schooling. So they shouldn't learn how to read. They shouldn't learn how to write. They shouldn't learn math, like how to calculate stuff, how to count money, all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like, I had no idea there was such a group. No school for children.
Yeah.
Not even homeschooling.
The anti-vaxxers, I used to do Reddit videos, so I would frequent these threads a lot. The anti-vaxxers, the unschooling people, the flat earthers. For me, the way I look at it, and it's fascinating to me because I'm like, we have come to a point in society where we literally have a group of people who believe that there's this rhetoric of like anti-intellectualism, and I'm not saying everyone has to be formally educated in anything. I'm not saying you have to hold an advanced degree to be able to have a conversation, any of that, because I don't hold an advanced degree. However,
should have access to and should have at least the basic skills it takes to go through life. I think you should go through high school. I think you should.
100%.
You know, 100%. Do I believe everybody should go to university? Absolutely not. I don't think university is for everybody. I think if one wants to go to trade school, I think that's absolutely great, because these days, those are the types of jobs, or at least pre-Rona, pre-pandemic, those are the types of jobs that were in demand.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at, a financial stability, then trade school should be encouraged to children. I don't think university should necessarily be pushed down kids' throat, especially when, like in America, when you're putting yourself into a lot of debt and then you're going to school for, a degree that won't allow you to make a decent living afterwards, and then you're struggling as a result.
There are a lot of people with a degree who are working at McDonald's.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. However, with that being said, though, I think that I think that there should be a respective, like, how would I say it? So if you don't want to go to school and you don't want to earn an advanced degree, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't tell the scientists that went to school for forever that they're wrong about. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's my main gripe with it, is that, fine, I'm not saying that you're any less of a person because you don't hold a degree. I don't hold one, so I don't have that thought process. But at the same time, this guy,
and it's not for everybody.
It's not for everyone. But the scientists that, the like we see this now with the whole COVID, the experts that are saying that this is what needs to be done, if we're going to say that those people are wrong and that, kids are going to school and they're being turned into liberals and blah, blah, blah. And there's all this it's being politicized. Being an intellectual is being politicized to a point where people are now anti-intellectual. And it's like, well, we don't need it. We need the intellectuals, but we also we need them too. You get what I'm
saying? We have it here in Canada too. We have that here in Canada. And
really?
Michelle can attest to that. Michelle is a fellow Canadian. And I'm sure Michelle can attest to that because she follows politics on Twitter as well, I believe. And she can attest to that. Here in Canada, we do have the anti-intellectuals too.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to the chat. Nightfall says they're defending a 41-year-old man child, that's Cruiser, that poops his pants. Oh, another one that poops his pants.
Oh, man.
We know Nikocado Avocado is becoming famous for that.
Yeah.
Didn't know so many people related to that jerk. I didn't know either, Nightfall. Michelle, Facebook is just as bad as any other social media. Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm with you on that.
The worst, in my opinion.
Oh no, flat earthers, they are fun. Michelle, they're fun initially, but for me, I don't know, maybe it's the dyslexic in me, but I get bored of them very quickly.
Yeah, flat earthers are not the most fun. To me, the most fun out of all of the sort of conspiracy theory groups are the anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, them. All of them.
They're
Hey,
the most fun.
Kyle. Hi, Kyle. Good to see you back. That's right. You can disagree with someone and have an opinion about it. Michelle says those anti-school people sound fun. Oh, they are indeed, Michelle. They are.
Interesting.
At least a high school education. Yep, that's what. Yeah, we're with you on that.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to school and find no work for what you studied for. It happened to me. It happens to more and more people.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of people. I have a friend who has a degree in international relations. He has an honors degree in international relations, and he's working in a call center.
Mm-hmm.
He's working in a call center, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this happens. My brother has an honors degree, a joint honors degree in English and history. He was slated to go to teachers college, although my father, who was a high school teacher, I think wanted it more for my brother than my brother actually wanted it for himself, to be honest. But he ended up working for city housing as a handyman. Now he's a stay-at-home dad. He and his girlfriend adopted a child last spring. Last March, because they adopted a child. And so it was decided, because my brother was making less money than his girlfriend, and the money was such a pittance, and daycare is just so expensive. They took delivery of him when the little boy went to their home. Daycare is too expensive, and do they want to send him to daycare during this time? So it was decided that it was not worth it, and so it was decided that she would work, and he is a full-time parent. He decided to be a full-time dad.
A lot of men are doing that now too.
I think that's awesome. I think that is awesome.
Yeah, but I think it somehow attributes to this idea, or at least this sort of gripe that some men have, where they don't have a place in society, because you do see more men being stay-at-home dads, and the roles are being reversed to some degree, and that's because women are earning higher degrees.
Yeah,
statistically, so.
Well, like I said, his girlfriend makes more money than he does.
Yeah.
And with his salary, it was such a pittance, his salary, that pretty much his entire salary would have, even if they could have gotten him into daycare, and even if there was no pandemic, no lockdowns, to put him into daycare in his province,
it would be
it would have costed his entire net salary, his entire take-home pay. It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not, and it's good. I like the fact that more men are not only doing that, but open to being stay-at-home dads, almost destigmatizing that as well.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that my brother is doing that. He is a stay-at-home dad. And just like the stay-at-home mom, the stay-at-home dad could not be belittled. It is a lot of work. You were choosing to commit full time to raising this child, and because he's adopted at the age of 2, he didn't have the infant bonding period with the mother, with any mother figure at all.
Oh wow!
So there was some worry about attachment issues, and he also initially, when the child moved in, like social services moved the child into the home. The child at 2, he had not met his milestones. So that was a bit worrisome. Like his gait was not great. He was falling down all over the place. like more so than your typical 2-year-old. Like,
Wow.
so he wasn't talking like the way a 2-year-old, your average 2-year-old should.
Right.
And there was some worry, but it turned out it's because the kid was in the system before. He was being raised in the system, and sadly, he wasn't exposed to enough stimulus,
Wow.
enough stimuli.
So it's probably that much, but it's probably way more beneficial for him for him to be home with his dad. So
Exactly, and but there were some issues, so they figured it's best for the child, because he needs to attach, he needs to, so they figured it was best, all that. And I think it was a great decision. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, me too. I like the fact that more men are able to be stay-at-home fathers, because there are also some women who don't like, there are women who don't want to be stay-at-home mothers. So I don't, why not? If the father is more open to being stay-at-home and he enjoys it, and the mother wants to go out and work, then I think that's excellent. Like, why not?
And there is a fact of life. There are, there are couples where the woman does earn more than the man.
Mm-hmm.
They do earn more money than the man does.
Yeah, it's more prevalent now than ever before.
It makes sense to keep, to send the higher income out to work,
mm-hmm.
and have the lower income person stay at home.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's awesome. Totally.
Me too.
Lauren, man, the anti-vaxxers cause me more rage than anyone. That's probably just because of my field of study. Lauren, if you don't mind, what are you studying? What are you studying, Lauren? If you don't mind, just put it in the chat if you're okay with that. If not, that's okay too, if you're comfortable. Michelle, it's a good thing. There is a stereotypical for the mom to stay at home. Yeah, it is. And I think the stay-at-home dad is still taboo, but I think that's improving slowly. Not as fast as I would like to see, but I think it's improving slowly. And like I said, I think it's awesome. And I told my brother, I think that's great.
Yeah, me too. I like the fact that more men are staying home.
And like I said, this is not a child she gave birth to. This is a child they adopted at age 2.
Right. So that comes with its own challenges.
It does. Like, for instance, apparently my brother told me a story. My mother went to visit for the first time to meet him. And the child was getting clingy to both my brother and his girlfriend. He was clingy and he was crying and he was in distress because he believed my mother was coming over to take him away.
Yeah.
And finally, he's now used to my mother. He's used to Granny. That's what he calls her, Granny. He calls her Granny. He's used to Granny now. He knows Granny is not going to take him away. And so he's used to Granny. But the first few times, it was a bit of a challenge because he was clingy and he was,
Of course.
He was scared, like I said. He for the first 2 years of his life, he was in the system.
Yeah.
In the foster care system, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I think so I think it's especially important. I'm not saying a child that wasn't with you from birth, like I'm not saying a family that didn't conceive or give birth to this child and raise them from date of birth is not important. I'm not minimalizing that at all. I'm just saying there are certain challenges with a 2-year-old that hadn't met his milestones, that had been in the system the first crucial years of life.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah, so that's why exactly. Taking care of kids is a job that you don't make money from, but it helps the relationship with your kids. Yeah, you're exactly right. Michelle. My friend's mom goes to work and the dad stays home. So yeah, it's more common. Right on.
That's excellent.
Yeah, right on. Excellent. I think, and I think certain taboos still need to be lifted,
Yeah.
Sometimes I get discouraged. I think the more things change, the more they stay the same type of thing.
Yeah, I can see that, but I think that there's a lot more being done and I think is why so many people are afraid of certain, at least here in America, we have a lot of politics that sort of are trying to, or politicians or people that believe in a certain ideology that's trying to shift things back to a sort of what they would call a conservative way of life, and it's really going to take us back. And then there's a real fight against more of a progressive way of life, which is the dad staying home, the mother going to work, the trans issues and those sorts of things, that there are a lot of people who don't want to see that sort of change, and that's the scary part, because it would do much better for society as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. Lauren says, poor wording, probably. I'm not in school anymore. I work in a small, very specific healthcare field that has a lot of emphasis on physiology and pharmacology. Right on. Right on. And sorry for dancing around it. I have rules for what I disclose online, and my specific professional title is one I don't. Absolutely. Right on.
I get that.
No, I get that. So, no, I was
100%.
Lauren, I was just simply asking. And if you didn't, I mean, you were, if it's okay if you're, you answer what you're comfortable with, and you don't what you're not comfortable with. It's okay, Lauren.
But that would make sense, though, even just with that, with physiology, like, it would make sense that anti-vaxxers would probably piss you off. Piss me off.
Hi, Vanessa.
What's up, Vanessa?
Hi, Vanessa. Yes, it's safe on here. It's safe, Vanessa. We're not dangerous people. We finished reacting to the McHenry Cruiser videos, Vanessa. We finished reacting to them. We learned that now McHenry Cruiser is now going MGTOW for now until the next stick comes along. We learned that he steals his clothes from Liberace. We learned that a T-ball trophy is a trophy from YouTube.
Right.
And we learned all kinds of things, especially not to besmirch. You got doxxed last night? I am so sorry, Vanessa.
Oh, man.
I am really sorry, Vanessa.
Wow.
I've been doxxed. I got doxxed last summer myself. Trust me, it's not fun. He doxed you? Yeah, McHenry also doxes people. He's another one who...
Oh, he does?
we can include that in his resume. He doxes people. I am so sorry, Vanessa. Oh, God. He found your mom's Facebook? Wow. He found your mom's Facebook? Wow.
My Lord.
This is once again, leave people's families out of your internet grievances. Leave them out of your internet grievances. Oh, I'm so sorry, Vanessa. He added her as a friend?
Oh, my God.
He added her mom as a friend. Ah.
Wow.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. And he found out the hospital she works at. Oh, no. I hope your mom's hospital is not anywhere near where he lives. Like across the country, for I really hope so. I'm really sorry, Vanessa. See, this is an example. He goes after Negz's viewers. And this is one example we're seeing right here.
Wow.
Yeah, this is one example we're seeing right here. Yeah. Yeah, he is unhinged, creepy much. He found out her personal cell number. Christ.
That's terrible.
No, that's awful. I hope you changed your number, Vanessa. I sincerely hope you changed your number. Because no, that's not okay. That is not okay.
I would never understand.
I was doxxed last summer. I know what that's like. It's not fun. It's very unsettling.
I bet. Yeah, I bet. It's one of those things that it's one of those unfortunate parts of this space, of this world, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. God, yeah, this is the thing. It's like, I don't think doxing is okay under any circumstance, except there is an exception. Like, let's say if somebody's life is in danger and you got to send emergency vehicles over to someone's house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You gotta send emergency. You got to send an ambulance, or you got to send the police to their. You got to send an ambulance to their home or something, or send the fire department, or But that is, But other than that, there is no circumstance where it's okay to dox someone. There isn't.
Yeah, I'm not with that at all.
Not because you have a grievance with somebody.
Yeah, just because you don't like them, Jesus.
And not because you're good, and to go after viewers like that, to go after viewers and the viewers. Michelle says, Vanessa, I'm sorry. Yeah, I am really sorry. I know, like I said, I can relate, Vanessa. I know how unsettled that experience is. It's an experience I hope to never go through again. Although I am fully cognizant of saying never say never, but the experience has taught me to be even more careful. Let's just put it that way, to take a certain extra measures.
Oh yeah, you have to. There just has to be certain ways that you protect, your information, because there's some people out there. It's one of the only parts about this world that's really, for me, unsettling.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I am so, private about certain things, and then also I'm private about certain things, but then there's certain things that I've kind of come to the conclusion that I have to be prepared for.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a terrible experience, absolutely. And I'm again, Vanessa, I am really sorry.
Yeah.
That happened to you. Yeah, you missed the reactions, but the stream will remain up if you want to catch them. And catch it later, and you can catch it on replay. He came into the chat under 3 different accounts, and that's what you missed.
Yeah.
That's what you missed. And we learned that Nova Reii is not in a hurry to watch another video of his again.
No.
Because she's really going to scream for help.
Yeah, I've seen enough, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. That's enough. But yeah, it's like a whirlwind. It's like I said, I would like to see certain people, like there are certain people I wonder why the hell do they still have a platform? And clearly, like I said, they are breaking terms of service.
Yeah.
They are breaking terms of service. And that's what I don't get, and how people defend the indefensible. You know what? I just took a look at my analytics. My video has 3 dislikes.
Already?
Yep. Maybe they were from all 3. Maybe they were from all 3 of his accounts.
Probably.
All 3 of his accounts that came by? I don't know.
Probably. Probably.
Oh, good grief. Good grief. But yeah, so that's a lot. We've been on for over 3 hours.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna end it in 5 minutes. We're gonna the chat, the final remarks. If not, the comment section. My comment section is always open. If you haven't given this video a thumbs up, please consider doing so on the way out the door. Or give it a thumbs down if you don't like it. That's fine too. It's all engagement.
Absolutely.
Once again, for the last time, the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show. It's my turn to put up my rattle can. The obnoxious e-begging portion. If you wish to support the channel, I have Patreon, where I upload about once a month over there, extra content. So go check out my Patreon if you're interested. For one-time donations, you can go to PayPal. That's another valid option. And if you want to buy my merch, yes, I'm shamelessly promoting the merch. Here's my merch store. Okay, I have a lot of cool stuff there. Discord, if you want to join my Discord server and meet some awesome people, We are drama free over there. Yes, we're one of the few that are drama free. You have to be 18 and up to join and go through a short verification process. It just involves dealing with a CAPTCHA upon entry, and we have rooms to suit all different tastes. So consider joining my Discord if you haven't done so already. Again, you have to be 18 and up to join. All these links are in the description box of the video. In the pinned comment below, I'm going to put my video I did reviewing of McHenry Cruiser, as well as Negz's McHenry Cruiser roast that he did a few days ago. I'm going to put up Nova Reii's channel. Go show her some love. And I'm also going to put up the first video Nova Reii and I did together, where we talked about red pill coaches, because we did touch upon that today.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is now MGTOW. You know, unfortunately, we didn't get much fun tidbits from that video because he was just spending his time looking at his phone.
Yeah, exactly.
He was just spending time on his phone. Like, how interesting is that, really? You know, I mean, how interesting is that? No,
yeah.
It's.
I mean, it could have been better.
Oh yeah,
do something else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Side note, I missed a few streams after my job comments. My internet keeps crapping out. So if y'all said anything to me after that, I missed it. Lauren, like I said, all these streams are kept up for those who missed it or had to drop out early or they joined late. Yeah, you can come. Forgot to mention, too, he called my mom's work twice. Oh, my God, Vanessa.
Unbelievable.
That's unbelievable. No.
Yeah, I mean that completely ironically because it is believable. It's very
it's
believable.
It's out of line. Again, Vanessa, my heart goes out to you. It is harassment, isn't it, Michelle? Yeah, it is. It is harassment. The problem is, it is harassment. Yeah, it is. And isn't that illegal? And isn't that illegal? I mean, this is harassment in real life.
I think the laws haven't caught up with the way that this internet, the way that people can harass via the internet, or I don't think the laws have caught up with it, which is unfortunate because it's like what you said earlier, it's unsettling.
It is
to say the least.
Oh yeah, it is unsettling indeed. It is. And I don't know. There should be a law in the books about this. There should be some recourse for people like Vanessa, for instance.
Yeah.
I mean, Vanessa has, like everybody else, Vanessa has the right to feel safe in her real life, in her home.
Absolutely.
Her mother deserves to be able to work safely. Her mother deserves to not be harassed at her job or wherever. It's like there should be a law in the books about this. I know the laws don't keep up with the evolving technology,
Right. It doesn't. And I mean, I think they're doing a better job now at enforcing or creating laws that can keep up with it, but it took some time. It took time for them to create laws that are, appropriate for internet shit that happens,
Absolutely. No, I agree with you on that score. That's definite. I definitely agree with you on that score.
Yeah.
So anyways, so like I said, we're going to, did you have any last remarks before we say goodbye?
No, I had a good time. Thank you for having me, as always.
And be sure to come back. Don't be a stranger. I mean, well, you're already not a stranger. This is the third time coming on. And hopefully we'll have Nova Reii back.
We will. I'll be back. Absolutely.
Yeah, we want Nova Reii back. And like I said, I will be sharing her channel. So go show her some love. She needs to, her channel is at a couple of hundred subscribers. Let's get her up to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Okay. And and you'll catch that trippy.
Yeah, catch the trippy. Catch the trippy live stream. That was great.
Catch that trippy stream. Help me.
That was great. Yeah. I'm going to work on that later on tonight.
That was epic.
Yeah.
So like I said, and so in about an hour or so, I'll have all those videos and channels listed in the pinned comment below. All the links I shared are in the description box. And we're going to, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, if there is somebody in your midst who is at risk, please take the time to look in on them. I know during the pandemic, we should be social distancing. So give them a phone call, give them a text, DM them on their social media. Look in on them, make sure they're okay.
Absolutely.
Because there are a lot of people that are vulnerable these days, you know?
Absolutely.
So look in on them. And if there is lessons to be imparted, like I said, don't dox people.
Mm-hmm.
Don't dox their families. In fact, don't bring their families in it at all.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, leave children alone.
Mm-hmm.
And that is serious. Leave children alone. And don't be such an outrageous goddamn troll.
Exactly.
Don't be.
That's the best way to put it. Yeah.
Don't be. You know, someone help me. Someone help me. Yeah, Lauren will take us out with that one. Someone help me.
So
Lauren will take us out with that one. So anyways, so we'll be wishing you a good night. I'll catch you all in the next one. I know I haven't been going live or uploading much lately. It's because, like I said, partly because this computer is really on its last legs. And I have to figure out a backup plan on how I can record and edit videos. Or even just, I mean, I think here going live, as long as I don't push it too hard. But this computer is really on its last legs. And and real life kind of took hold. But I'm going to do my best. For those who are on Patreon, in the next couple of days, I will have the Patreon content up, the monthly Patreon content up in the next couple of days. I'll be working on that this weekend. Okay. On this rickety old computer. I will do that. So, yeah. So thank you all for stopping by.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and hanging out with us.
And hanging out with us, and it's fun. So we'll wish you all a good night, everybody. Over and out.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Okay.